And now, it's time for another episode with the two brothers who ice fish from the same hole, who have kicked the same field goals, and who will have you laughing from start to finish. Bringing you the sports, music, and entertainment straight from their Eskimo hut. It's the Eskimo Brothers Podcast.
Yeah, man. What up out there, everybody? Welcome in to the Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Once again, back, as always, live on YouTube, of course. We're doing the live thing, as always, on our YouTube channel, though. And this will be episode 84.
84.
Fucking 84, bro. 84.
Gary Clark for
It's
the Redskins.
Gary Clark. Oh, 84. Jay Novacek for the Dallas
there you
Cowboys.
go. I knew that one, actually.
Yeah, I got you there, bro. That came off the top of my fucking head.
Look at that.
He's probably like 81. No, I'm just kidding. He's definitely 84. Jay Novacek, baby. The all-time great Jay Novacek, who Leaf won 3 Super Bowls. And those were the glory days, baby, whenever I was growing up. I thought, when I was growing up, I was like, my team's going to win Super Bowls all the time. And then little did I know, like, no.
They blew their wad in the early 90s and haven't been back since.
No, not even close.
Yeah. Hey, same thing with the Skins. They won 3 in 10 years, and then they have not even sniffed it since.
That's true.
Since 91.
That's true, because late 80s, early 90s, that division was the shit.
Yeah, that was you did not want to be in that division. And
No.
That's pretty much why the Cardinals left. They kept getting beat up the hell up.
Yeah, they were like, we're out.
Yeah.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
What are we thinking?
They did not like the East, bro. It was a brutal division back in the day. I miss those days, actually, to tell you the truth.
It was a different game, too.
Yeah, it was.
You know? So welcome into 84, everybody. Hey, happy Memorial Day weekend, holiday
Yeah.
weekend. It immediately put me in a good mood yesterday when I was working. I was like, oh, my God, 3-day weekend. I'm already in a good mood. And I was like, fuck work.
Yeah.
You know? I was like, just get through this day.
Yeah.
Just 3-day weekend. And I told you that story there, you know, because everybody that I work with, we remote work.
Yeah.
And one guy was like, my laptop charger's broken, and my battery's weak on my laptop, so I think I might be offline today, guys. I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, just tell us that you're sick or something, bro. That's the worst excuse
Yeah,
ever.
it's so easy just to say, like, man, I got the flu or some shit.
Yeah. But also it's connected to a 3-day weekend, so it's like, you going for that 4-day weekend, buddy?
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, everybody knows you're full of shit. Yeah.
I was like, all right, man, whatever, dude. I was like, whatever, man. If you got to get it started early, then whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him, but I could have definitely came up with a better fucking excuse. Laptop charger, like you go to Best Buy, bro, and get another one.
Yeah. Or just like Walmart probably has
Yeah.
them, or
Oh,
some.
yeah.
There's stores everywhere that have them.
Yeah, it's not hard to find one.
So that was funny yesterday.
Yeah.
Just leading into the 3-day weekend. You know, it was slow anyways, because it's a holiday and most people are off anyways already.
Yeah.
So I was immediately in a good mood though. So I'm like, oh, thank God, dude. Like any extra day is perfect. I'll take it. And especially if it's Monday. There's something about having Monday off, bro.
Yeah.
That's just like fire.
Oh, that's the bomb, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to have a work week that's Tuesday through Friday.
Oh, yeah, I'd love
at
that.
all. And I'm like, that's perfect. Because then I can get really shit-faced on Sunday for football and not have to worry about the next day. Or really shit-faced for the podcast on Sunday. We have that Mondays off.
Yeah, we normally do it on a Sunday, so that would make things much easier.
Yeah. Oh, that would be beautiful. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Maybe fucking one day, guys.
Yeah, my week was long just because, you know, I have the kids all this week and all next week. And so that's them being there and me working. I'm just like, man, I wish I was just waiting for Friday. And it just made the week seem longer and longer.
It was a slow day. For some reason, I remember it being slow on Thursday.
Yeah.
And I was like, I looked down and I felt like it had been all day, and it was like 1:20. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that happens to me all the time. I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
It was the last day of school for my daughter on Thursday too, so I was waiting to hear from her just to see how it went and how excited she was. And maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
I was waiting on a phone call, and they get out at like 3:30, so maybe that's what it was. I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, she knocked out that year. Your kids are done with their year. Summer's here for the kids. I'm jealous. If anybody's a teacher out there that listens to us, your summer started. I don't want to hear fucking shit from you about how you don't like work whenever you're off for 3 months. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, dude.
yeah,
Wish I could take 2 months full, like basically 2 full months off.
they get more than that.
Yeah.
It's like
Well, and they get a ton of shit during the school year too off a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
for the holidays,
Mm-hmm.
spring break.
We should pay teachers less, bro. I'm kidding. If you're a teacher out there, I'm totally kidding.
Oh, you heard him. You heard it here.
Yeah, you don't work a whole year. Pay. What do y'all need to get paid more for?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
We love the teachers. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, man, this is a good week, good weekend. What up, Bill? I see you up there in chat, bro. How are you, man? Hope you're having a good holiday weekend, kicking it off with your fam as well, brother. I saw your kids were done with school as well. Hope you're doing good down. Hope you're doing good up there. Sorry, and make sure you catch a game at the old ballpark up there, Field of Dreams. So
Yeah, they'll be doing that. They do that this year again. I'm sure at some point.
Yeah, I think we talked about that a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah. So yeah.
Pay the teachers more. Hell yeah, dude.
I know, bro. Teachers do need to make more. If we're being real, on the real, teachers need to make more money. I've seen, like, you see some of the salaries, and you're like, that ain't enough, bro, for what they go through.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
they do need the summers off just because they might go mentally crazy without that time.
Yeah, when I do play poker with that group that I normally play once a month with, they're mostly teachers, and man, the stories I hear, I'm like, geez, man, I couldn't do it. Like, it takes a special person to be a teacher,
Yeah, exactly.
especially today with all these kids.
Oh
Like
my
we
God.
talked about, like
Fucking these
acting like cats and shit nowadays and whatever. I'd kick them through the.
Yeah, that and
Yeah.
like there's a lot of like TikTok trends that happen that kids at school do that,
Yeah.
and then like I hear about it because like it'll come from like principals and teachers and everything, and I'm like, there's a TikTok trend going around where they literally just slam each other's heads into desks, and I'm like, okay, that's why.
God.
So
Okay.
like they have to deal with that now.
Yeah.
These stupid internet trends and everything. These kids are like, this will be funny.
Yeah, I mean, this shit wasn't happening in my day,
No.
man. In the mid to late 90s, bro.
Bro, if you did that when I was in middle school, if you slammed somebody's head into a desk, you're about to get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
And that would have happened.
Oh, it was on, bro.
And then the coach's room that you're in probably would have been like, you did it. And like, he's going to kick your ass now.
Oh yeah, they'd turn into officials, bro. They just kind
Yeah.
of police
They're
it
like,
a little
"Go."
bit. Yeah.
Dude, PE class was like so fun, but also feared for my life sometimes, bro.
Yeah.
Because there would be games that we'd play, like dodgeball or something, and there's motherfuckers that threw that shit, I swear to God, 90 miles an
Oh
hour.
yeah, yeah.
And they were like, don't aim for the head. And of course, that's the first thing everybody went for, dude.
Absolutely. Like
So
our
it was
thing was when
dangerous, bro.
our team would get together and we'd see like if the other team had more girls on the team.
Oh, okay.
That was our first target, bro.
Our
We'd go
PE
after girls,
was-
dude. I mean, we'd take like 3 dudes and go after a couple of chicks and get them knocked out quick. Yeah. So I mean, it was pretty brutal.
Dude, our PE was, I think, only boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we had. I think it was mostly boys too, but like they had it at the same time. So sometimes we played like kickball together and shit, and like
Yeah.
dodgeball together. They kind of combined the class or whatever.
Let's pay the teachers more, I guess. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the way to go. So, anyways, here we go with the episode 84. We're rolling in. We've got a lot to talk about. Actually, a lot of fun here on this episode for sure. I want to start off with we've talked about this a lot because we've really enjoyed the first 2 of these films. Deadpool 3. Remember we talked about this? How excited we are for this. They finally got a release date. I saw that it actually just started filming too.
Yeah, they started filming, which the last time we talked about the writer strike, I thought I saw an article where they said Deadpool 3 was going to be delayed because they hadn't finished the script, but it looks like they're starting filming now.
Maybe Ryan Reynolds was like, yeah, we're starting.
Yeah.
Or something. Or because of he's a busy guy.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman's a busy guy. So if they got this timing right, then maybe they should go ahead and get this underway.
Right.
So it is November 8th, 2024 is the release date that I have in front of me here. Hopefully that sticks and doesn't have to delay or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, that could happen.
But seeing them start filming,
yeah, that's great.
that's a good sign.
Because we've been waiting forever for this one.
Yeah, it seems like forever. Like,
Yeah.
I don't remember when the last one came out, but it's been a while.
It was before COVID, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been 3 or 4
And
years.
the first Deadpool and the second Deadpool are gold.
Yeah, those
100%.
were amazing.
Like,
Yeah.
they're just so great. They did it right because Ryan Reynolds was like, I'm only doing it if we do it my way,
Mm-hmm.
which is rated R because that's the character. Even
Yep.
Stan Lee, who created the character, was like, that's perfect.
Right.
Before he died. That's what he was saying.
I also I read an article that this leads right into the Avengers Kang
Dynasty.
That movie, yeah. King Dynasty movie.
This is where this is exciting actually, bro, because we're about to get the X-Men finally
Yeah.
in the Marvel world,
right.
which is
Finally.
huge,
Yeah, it's big.
huge, because we've been waiting on that, and especially Hugh Jackman being Wolverine again is like, oh hell yes, that's huge because we thought he was done, and so
Yeah. So I imagine this one's going to be, I don't know what this one's going to be like, but I mean, because Logan's, apparently he died in the last one, in Logan, right?
yeah,
And so this
this
is
was
probably
the-
going to be flashback shit or something, or back in time, because
it will. be.
Deadpool 2, he was able to go back in time and do some shit at the end, like those end credits. He was going back in time in certain points, so I'd be interested to see how they do this with the Wolverine.
Well, we already know they can time travel.
Right.
That's happened in game, and
That's true.
and that's not a big like that. Literally means you can bring back any character ever.
Yeah, and
Anytime.
Like I said, I don't think we've seen the last of Black Widow either, bro.
I don't think. Well,
Natasha,
as Scarlett Johansson, yes.
you think so?
Well, she was on a podcast and was like, I'm done with that.
Oh, okay.
Done with Marvel. Done with this because she had that big falling out between them and because it was supposed to come out in theaters. The COVID
that's right.
happened
And
and,
they
it went right to
straight
Disney
to
Plus,
streaming.
and so she was
'Cause
like,
she had like
she didn't get any royalties off of
percentage
that, right?
of the box office.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
And so they had a big thing, and she was like, I'm not playing that character ever again.
Yeah.
So I think she's done.
Okay.
But maybe Iron Man comes back. Robert Downey Jr.
Maybe.
Need him to come back.
They're-
But
they're
there's
gonna-
a certain thing, like Chris Evans was saying, like we made such a badass legacy with those that Infinity phase, that whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, I don't want to come back and tarnish that in
Right.
any way. I'm like, man's got a good point. It's hard to top that.
I gotta imagine though, like if we keep seeing kind of a decline, which we have seen, that they might need to bring up some of the old guys back to get it back up. But I don't know.
And it's hard because like I've heard Guardians 3 is awesome. I still have not had a chance to go see that.
I haven't either. Yeah.
So they say that might be the upswing, but that's the last film of that whole thing. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well then if that's done, then where do we go from here?
Right.
I don't know, but they're never going to top the Infinity thing that we went through, and it was so epic. I'm like, even though I won't say never, they do have a couple of Avenger movies that are going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But they were going in the wrong direction with all these stupid series and stuff that we
TV
were talking about.
shows,
She-Hulk and Miss Marvel. I'm like, those bombed because no one cares about those characters ever.
No, just keep the main guys in there.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they can come in as a side character.
yeah.
But do they need their own series?
Yeah.
No, they don't. The answer is no, because you can clearly see that nobody watched.
Right, yeah.
I didn't watch a single second of those.
I didn't either.
I was like, I don't give a shit about She-Hulk. I don't even care if the Hulk's in it. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah, I didn't have any interest in that.
No. So forget that. But yeah, anyways. Definitely still excited about it, but we're still, year and a half away from Deadpool 3. But at least we have a release date and when it's going to come out. That's huge.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to know.
And God knows that'll be a great movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ryan Reynolds is not going to make a shitty movie.
No.
Is that character and how much say he has driving that whole thing.
Yeah,
like,
that's his thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's not going to be shitty, and they've had all this time, so they've had plenty of time to work on it.
exactly.
Get it ready. So
And with Hugh Jackman coming in, those two have already had kind of a thing in the other Deadpools, so it's going to
yeah,
be great.
yeah, it's going to be good.
Okay. Looking forward to it. Let us know if you like it as well. If not, I don't give a fuck. How about that? Okay. Let's see. Entertainment things. I don't really have much else. This is a very I got
I
my
have-
sports heavy stuff, but I think you have a couple things.
Yeah, I have a couple things over here.
Okay.
So yeah, I just saw this actually today before I got over here because it kind of popped up on my feed. But this is just a report. It's not anything set in stone. I don't think. Maybe it is, but it's just kind of maybe a rumor. But Will Ferrell, there's a report out there that Will Ferrell is going to portray John Madden
John Madden.
in an upcoming movie.
Ooh, okay,
says-
dude. I was always wondering if they're ever going to do a Madden movie.
Now there is another thing coming out, but like here, I'll just read this little article real quick. Will Ferrell is slated to star as John Madden in an upcoming movie about the Hall of Fame coach and broadcaster who also became famous for the football video game that bears his name. The movie called Madden will be produced by Amazon and MGM Studios and directed by David O. Russell, a 5-time Academy Award nominee. The movie will be based on a Blacklist script by Cameron Clark, and the film is independent of another project about Madden's life that is reportedly in the works with Tom Brady as executive producer. So looks like there's 2 projects of Madden coming out. So
Will Ferrell is not the right person to play that part.
yeah, I've never heard him do a impression of Madden before.
No, Frank Caliendo is spot on with his Madden impression. Now he does it funny,
yeah,
but he could also probably play a serious Madden.
I'm sure.
And he does the voice perfect.
Yeah. Now I know he doesn't. I don't see him in a lot of acting roles. So I mean, I know he just does voices, but
I think he could pull it off.
Yeah,
you're playing the character that he does. And my question would be the casting of that.
Yeah.
And obviously they're going to try to, if this turns out to be true and he does it, I mean, he's done Harry Carey like damn perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So he could probably pull off Madden, but
yeah,
you got to be careful, bro.
right.
Because Madden is one of those guys that is beloved by so many people.
All NFL fans.
We grew up with John Madden.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he was so iconic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd imagine that this is going to be a serious film. It can't be something funny.
I would assume.
You can't do that.
No.
I don't know about that casting, bro. But again, we've said that about a bunch of people, and then they've knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. So
But Will Ferrell is not I mean, he's done a few serious things, but I've never been like, oh, he's so great in those. Like, he's just better as a comedy type guy.
Right. I don't know. Maybe he's getting to that point because his last few comedies have been shit. Like
They have.
And so maybe he's doing the Adam Sandler thing because Adam Sandler's starting to do a lot of serious roles, and he's actually really good though.
Yeah, he really is.
I haven't seen Will Ferrell do like a straight on serious role that I was like just blown away by. But I mean, I'm not saying he can't do it, but I mean, maybe
There's been a couple that he's done that I was like, okay, whatever. It's nothing great.
yeah.
But yeah, if you're taking on John Madden, you've got to take that real serious because you'll be eaten alive if you don't, because there's so many people and how iconic he is to the game of football.
Right.
Bro, I said it whenever Madden passed away. We talked about it in this podcast how much John Madden basically taught us the game of football through his broadcasting.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was iconic, and he did so many Cowboys games because, like, back in the early 90s, we were winning constantly, and the Cowboys were a huge draw.
Yeah.
And so that's what it was. Like, Madden Summerall, I had so many games where they were calling. I'm like, oh, my God, dude, these two are amazing.
Yeah, they were all time, bro. A Hall of Fame fucking broadcast.
And if you're going to do a movie about John Madden, you're damn well got to cast somebody to play Pat Summerall, too.
Yeah.
Because of how big he was in his life, and others. I mean, because he started off before, with other people before Summerall. And then when him and Summerall hooked up, it was like, okay, those two need to stay together for the rest of their careers.
Exactly. Yeah.
And they went on every network, too. They were the only group that did every fucking network.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna have to do it right.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that, bro.
Yeah, if this is true, man, they got a hell of a director attached to it. So,
that's a good thing.
I mean, he's been nominated 5 times for an Academy Award. I mean, that's not a slouch, I can tell you that. So
That's a good name to have up there. The only other one I would take would be like James Cameron,
right.
because that guy does not miss. But he's too busy with Avatar.
Yeah. He does those massive movies like that.
Yeah,
so.
he just made another like $3 billion with Avatar 2, so he's working on 3. Well, they pretty much already finished Avatar 3. He's probably in post production and all that shit.
Right. So yeah, like if anything else comes out, we'll keep you updated. But that's definitely reported that Will Ferrell is he's at least slated to star as John Madden in this upcoming movie. So
I will definitely give him a shot, no doubt about it. Will
Yeah.
Ferrell is great, but that casting seems off to me a little bit.
yeah, like we said with Robert Pattinson and Batman,
True.
we didn't like when we first heard that, but then we saw the movie and we're like, oh shit, this guy's for real.
Really good, actually.
So, yeah,
Robert
So we'll
Pattinson,
see,
I'll
man.
never doubt him again, dude.
yeah, no, that guy,
Never.
that
Never
guy,
doubt him again.
yeah, that guy killed it.
I just worry about the voice, like Will Ferrell's voice. I've never heard him.
That's what I'm the biggest thing.
He's never ever done John Madden. I've never heard him do that.
yeah, I've never had
unless
either.
there's a video out there that I have not seen.
right.
Like I said, Frank Caliendo nails John Madden. It sounds exactly like John Madden.
Oh yeah,
And he's almost like, he's the right figure, too.
yeah,
Will Ferrell's kind of tall and skinny. John
Yeah.
Madden was taller, but he's a big dude.
right.
I mean, he can wear like a suit, obviously.
Yeah, I mean they can make him look like him for sure.
But
I don't know.
yeah, I
It'll
don't know
be
about
interesting
that
to see.
one. I don't know about that one, bro.
Yeah, we'll just have to.
I didn't
wait.
see that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I do remember thinking that though when Madden, passed away, and even before that, I'm like, when are they going to fucking do a movie about Madden's life? Because his life is epic, and somebody should do it. So interesting,
Yeah.
very interesting.
So yeah, we'll keep you updated on any other news that comes out about that.
Mhm.
If we hear something about it starting in film or a release date or whatever.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, also in music news, I saw yesterday that Celine Dion has canceled the rest of her world tour because of health issues.
I thought she already did that.
This is the second time. Yeah.
Okay,
So this tour was supposed to start before COVID.
right.
And well, she went. I think she did 52 dates, and then COVID happened, and so they had to cancel those.
Were
And then
these
she
literally a
rescheduled?
tour or in Vegas?
No, yeah, no. That was this tour was after her little residency in Vegas,
Gotcha.
and this was a massive tour.
I still think we should have gone to one of those
I know. We should have,
because
but
now
this is
she's
what
got
I'm worried
health
about.
issues and she's not going to be performing.
This
again.
might be it, bro.
Yeah.
So they postponed. She completed 52 dates of the tour before COVID hit. And so then they shut down the shows, obviously, and then they opened back up in 2021. She rescheduled them. So she did she did a few North American tours at the end of in 2021, and then right here at the end of 2022, she was going to go over to Europe and finish out that European leg of the tour. But that's when she canceled that at the end of 2022.
That's what we talked about.
And she took that break.
Yeah.
And then
Because
now,
of her, what was it? It was something.
yeah, she got diagnosed with stiff person syndrome.
That's right. And she sometimes is affecting her vocal cords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a rare neurological disorder.
Right.
So she thought she was going to be ready to go again this summer, which is I think it was going to kick up again in August, but she actually just went ahead and canceled everything because it's getting worse. And so she says she's not giving up. And but there's another report that says this might be the end of her touring or maybe even singing.
Yeah.
So
I thought that last one that we talked about before, I was like, she sounds like she's not going to be able to do it
yeah,
ever again or any longer. Now it sounds like another one
yeah.
where it's
So-
like it might be done.
yeah, there was 42 dates left, so she had to cancel the rest of those, all 42 of them.
Oh, that's
And
a lot, dude.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So I don't know, man. She on her Instagram she posted she's not giving up and I'll see you again. But
I mean, that's
just
commendable.
just the fact that she's taken all this time off already still from this tour and she's just not ready
Yeah.
to kick it back up that's not a good thing because
No.
she's had plenty of rest and I'm sure she's got a ton of money, so she's gotten the best medical
Oh
care.
God, yeah, of course she's got.
The fact that she can't continue is pretty.
She's never ending on that fucking bank account, bro. Like
yeah.
there's she's got more than she could ever spend.
Yeah.
And
So,
it was off of before Titanic. It was off of all the other stuff before that. But then when Titanic, My Heart Will Go On, she was like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. I mean, that fucking song is. People still jam that constantly to this day.
Oh yeah.
To this day. To this day.
Yeah, so I wanted to bring that up because we talk about Celine Dion all the time. She was both on our top 5 female singers.
She was.
and then
And how could she not be?
yeah, and we had her on our top 5 love songs, of course. And
Yeah, and we had her on the pod. It was
Yeah.
great. Great interview.
yeah, y'all missed that.
Yeah, you missed it.
episode 47. Go check it out.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. All right. But then, there's that. And then let me see.
Is this leading into another female singer that we have to talk about
Oh, yeah. I guess so.
in a RIP segment?
Yeah, R.I.P. again.
I mean, it's a good transition as we're on female singers, but yeah, everybody probably knows this week that Tina Turner passed away
Yes.
at the age of 83 in Zurich, Switzerland. She moved over to Switzerland a while back, I guess. And
Yeah.
was living over there. American-born Swiss singer is what this says. So maybe she had some ties there. I really don't know too much about Tina Turner. I mean, I know she was iconic, obviously, and had a ton of songs or whatever, and she was very, very a huge influence on a lot of female singers. You know, but I didn't know too much about Tina Turner.
Yeah, I mean, she started out with her husband, Ike Turner, and then that thing ended very badly. It was well documented that he beat the shit out of her all the time, and she kind of escaped that thing and kind of did her own solo thing, got away from him,
Yeah.
and then started her solo career. And in the 80s is when she kind of made a big comeback as the solo artist that she was, and she had a platinum album, multi-platinum album that came out, Private Dancer, which was probably the big one. It had that What's Love Got to Do with It. That's probably her biggest song, probably.
Okay.
That one won a Grammy for Record of the Year. And then, yeah, so
Okay.
she was massive in the pop world when she, in the 80s.
Love got to do?
Yeah.
That's her, huh?
Yeah, that's her.
Okay. I probably know a lot of her songs. I just didn't know that it's
Oh,
her.
yeah, you know a ton of them.
Yeah. One of her albums is called Acid Queen.
Oh, yeah.
Is that in reference to some substances that she was probably consuming in the 70s?
I would imagine.
Okay.
And she did she did a cover of the Proud Mary song as well.
Oh, okay.
And so that one was big, and yeah. So, yeah, so she's 83.
Huge,
She passed
huge
away.
influence on a lot of people. I know
yeah.
that for sure.
Yeah, you know, all the artists, I've seen all their tributes to her posted on Instagram or whatever. And I think Beyonce did a song on, Beyonce's on tour right now. She did like a song to honor her and everything. So,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah.
she was pretty big in the,
I guess she had a lot of issues back in the day with health anyways. She had some kidney issues that required a kidney transplant. She had to start dialysis in 2019. She considered an assisted suicide, a procedure that is legal over in Switzerland.
Jesus.
Her husband, Bach, offered to donate a kidney for transplant. Turner accepted his donation and had the kidney transplant surgery in 2017. She had high blood pressure since 1978, which remained mostly untreated and resulted in damage to her kidneys and had that eventual kidney failure. So there you go. So she had some issues for a long time, apparently.
Yeah, I know she was battling some stuff. So,
Yeah. But yeah, died over there at age 83 after years of illnesses. So I'm assuming that's just old age, which, hey, man, she made it to 83.
yeah.
You got a chance.
Yeah.
I should say we got a chance.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, for real, though, RIP. I like I said, I know she's a huge influence on a ton of people and very iconic in the world of female singers. Honestly, dude, I think I remember Tina Turner, one of those songs, like, I remember, like, when we were putting those together, I'm like, oh, that is a good one. She's up there.
Mm-hmm.
But I had other singers ahead of her.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, Whitney Houston was ahead of her for me,
Oh, yeah.
you know, but I think Tina Turner probably influenced her a little bit. for
Probably.
sure.
Yeah.
But Whitney was like, just come on. And then Aretha Franklin probably was on my list for sure, and she probably influenced Tina Turner. But, you know, we had some good singers on our list. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it was hard to make that list, actually.
It really was harder than you think. When you
Yeah.
sit down and look at all that,
Yeah.
people think it's easy. And I'm like, no, it's not.
No. And yeah, we talked about maybe doing a list this one, but we're not. But we need to bring back a top
We'll
five.
get another one going.
Yeah.
We were going to talk about doing one, but then we looked at the notes and we're like, well, we got plenty already.
So this next
yeah.
thing I have actually kind of still in the celebrity kind of realm, but it also kind of segues us over to sports because it involves a very popular quarterback
Okay.
who is rumored he was spotted out with a very absolute smoke show celebrity
Okay.
that I'm very jealous of.
Okay.
Josh Allen, quarterback of the Buffalo Bills.
Ah, yes. So Mr. Allen.
He was spotted out with Haley Steinfeld.
Okay.
And this is like, there's a big rumor that he split. I guess he had a girlfriend named Brittany Williams, who I have no clue who that is. But apparently they rumored to be broken up, and Josh Allen was out on the town with Haley Steinfeld this last few days. So
Haley Steinfeld is very attractive.
Yes.
I had to pull her up, honestly, just to remember her face. And she's very beautiful.
yeah,
She's that girl in that True Grit remake.
yeah, that was like her first acting role actually.
Yeah.
And then she did the Bumblebee movie, and then now she actually does. She's a singer actually. She has a singing career. She does that too. But
Of course, why not?
yeah, they all of them do
Attractive,
it.
can act, and then can sing. Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah,
She's 26 years old,
yeah.
and Josh Allen is right around that age, I think.
I think he's 28ish.
Yeah.
or 20, yeah.
Right around that age.
So not
Yeah.
yeah. So he's a lucky bastard.
So he's hitting that.
If he's plowing that, he's.
If you're in,
my tip
dude,
my
come
hat
on,
to
dude.
Josh
If you're
Allen.
in fucking public with her, bro, you know you're not fucking doing that.
He
without,
fucked her that night, bro.
Yeah, you're
That-
not fucking.
the night that picture was taken, bro.
Yeah,
he
you're
was,
not going out in public with
was
some chick if I'm not railing
He
her,
was
bro.
balls deep in there.
Also, at the same time, he has a massive contract, right?
Yeah, he does.
So yeah,
Why
I'm
couldn't
not-
I be an NFL quarterback, bro?
because we're just not blessed.
We're not.
It's very, very unfortunate, dude, that
Yeah.
we were not blessed with the height that these guys have and the overall just abilities that they were blessed with. And I'm like, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, this article says Allen, 27, wore a white T-shirt and dark blue jeans for a night out with Steinfeld. Bro, that's how when you make that much money, you can just wear a T-shirt and jeans, bro.
That's what I
to
would
take
do.
out one of the hottest chicks out there right now.
There's no reason to.
He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to wear this white
Yeah.
T-shirt out. It's coming off anyway, baby.
Yeah, it's not gonna stay on, bro. These pants are off.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I don't feel comfortable with that. I was like, well, okay, see you later, because then I'll go to this bar, and any chick here would do it.
Yeah, I got my pick of whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what happened. Like back in the day, whenever I had just turned 21, and so it was back in the day, and Tony Romo was the quarterback for the Cowboys, of course, and it was just right when he started.
Yeah.
Right when he started. So he was definitely single. And I was over at a restaurant that just opened up at 2 seconds away from my apartment in Grapevine. And the restaurant was Bone Daddy's.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Bone Daddy's opened up. When it first opened, this was before I met you.
Yeah.
When Bone Daddy's opened up, it was just like Hooters. They didn't wear much at all and everything. Now it's all like
Yeah,
family oriented. Actually, that one closed over there.
Yeah, there used to be one in Denton, too. That one closed, too.
Yeah, I think they made it close because they went more family oriented. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
That's not going to work.
Anyways, I was there one day, and there started to be where I was sitting at the bar where I always sit because I drink. I'm not sitting in a fucking booth.
No.
Anyways, there started to be like a little bit of a rustle going on, like because there was an upstairs,
Right.
and so girls were coming down and like, and you just started to be like, what the fuck's going on? And then a word came out like from the bartender, like, oh, Tony Romo's upstairs, and I was like, oh, no shit.
Wow.
Yeah. And so a lot of the waitresses were freaking out and like running up to him. Literally running up. That guy could have fucked every waitress that night.
Of course, yeah.
And I never went up. I was actually wearing a Cowboys hat, and I'm like, I was the only one in the bar wearing a Cowboys hat.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, I wish I had a Sharpie.
Yeah.
But I was like, whatever, dude. I'm drinking. I'm getting drunk. It's cool. I saw him walk down the stairs and saw him leave, and he left with a quickness.
Yeah.
But I saw him, and I was like, oh, that is him. And those girls they were all going up there, pictures, and like, here's my number.
Just
They were giving him,
dripping from their panties.
they were
probably.
giving him their numbers, and they were just, like, that's how easy it was, bro,
Yeah.
for him.
Oh, yeah.
Quarterback of the Cowboys, like he could just, and like, this is just this is a small little place in Grapevine that he went to. And bless you, child.
Thank you.
And he could have the pick of any of them.
Oh, yeah.
Any of them.
Well, and
Now he was just like, I'm good. I'm going to go bang Jessica Simpson.
yeah, I was about to say.
And Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
Because that's what he did.
Yeah, he ran through some blondes, bro.
Yes, he
I was like,
did.
Jesus, lucky bastard.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
on this Josh Allen thing, I just saw his, I guess, alleged ex-girlfriend, I guess, because they haven't addressed their breakup yet. I don't see why they would have to, but it's
Yeah, no
'cause
shit.
it's media shit. But yeah, she's hot too, so of course.
Duh. Like,
But,
and by the way, Romo's married now, and his wife is extremely hot.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to be a starting quarterback. I've seen some backup
No.
quarterbacks that have fucking insanely hot chicks.
Yeah, you're right. Case Keenum,
Yeah.
who was a starter for a little bit, but is terrible and got pulled and benched and everything. And his wife is absolutely
Well,
hot. I'm like, of course.
AJ McCarron's not even
Yeah.
in the NFL anymore, and he's got a hot wife.
Yeah, just ask what's his name.
Brett
Brett
Musburger.
Musburger, bro. He's like, oh God, look at that lady.
You thought,
What
I
a
thought that guy
great
was jerking off in the booth.
Yeah,
just when
he's
he,
like, does he realize he's still on air?
yeah. He's like, man, she is just gorgeous.
God, look at that female.
Guarantee he was rubbing himself. while he was
AJ's
saying
lucky. Oh my God, look at her. I was like, Jesus, Brent, you're still on
I'm
air,
gonna
bro.
cut the commercial
I
real
bet
quick.
The producer was in his ear, like, what the fuck you doing?
that. Yeah, before he fucking blows his load on the air. Might want to cut the commercial.
Yeah, the fucking guy standing next to him was like, what are you doing, Brent?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah, there you go. So Josh Allen's got some new trim,
Well,
and it's a
Good for
very
him.
hot Haley Steinfeld. More power to you, brother.
yeah, she is beautiful,
Yeah, she is great.
man. Okay. Well, then we'll transition right into sports. Then on this episode, I'm drinking. I'm trying to drink a lot today. By the way,
I mean, you should, bro.
yeah.
I wish I could, man.
Dude, you got
Got
the
the
dad
old
life,
dad laugh going on, so I gotta stay straight.
straight life,
Yeah.
straight edge.
Straight edge racer.
That's what you should do, bro. You should turn straight edge on me. I'd be like, damn it, Leaf.
That would be so boring.
It would.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you'd feel a lot better.
Yeah, I would.
I can tell you that.
But I'd be like, God damn, this sucks.
Yeah, it would. I've done that like 3 weeks or whatever, and you do feel great.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm so bored.
Yeah.
I just want to drink.
Well, then when I did that 75 days, I
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
true.
God, you can't wait to fucking drink a beer.
Yeah. There's just something about just having a cold beer that I have to have it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes.
So-
man. Like, this is a nice little 2 weeks I'm taking off. So
Oh, yeah. No, it's great.
next, I actually take them back on Fridays this week. I was supposed to
Friday.
I had them through Sunday, but
Oh, so next episode, Leaf's going to go crazy.
yeah, I'll be having some beers. For sure. Mm-hmm. For show. Getting that for show.
I'll be hitting that for show. Okay. Going into sports now. Let's stick with the NFL. Couple things here with the NFL this week that we recently got news of.
Yeah.
League owners voted on a new rule on Tuesday, and it's a 1-year trial of this rule where kick returners can call for a fair catch anywhere inside their team's 25-yard line, and it will result in a touchback, which means the ball will be placed on the 25-yard line as opposed to the 20, which was changed anyways. Touchback was changed to the 25 like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So if it's inside the 25-yard line and it doesn't go to the end zone, which a lot of them go to the end zone now, but if it's inside and you don't want to run, you can just fair catch it and it goes right to the 25. This is so stupid.
Dumb. This is
So bad.
You might as well just start. Don't even do a kickoff anymore.
Exactly.
Just start it on the
That's
25.
what they're getting rid of special teams.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
That's what. And what's the difference between returning because they're saying that kickoffs are got the highest percentage of injuries or whatever and concussions.
It's football.
Yeah. But also you punt the ball all the time and they don't always fair catch it there.
All right.
So they could get hurt too. So why aren't you? I mean, what the fuck's the difference like between a punt and a kickoff?
These guys on special teams are going to be eliminated. These guys barely make the team because they can do this.
Right.
And then you're going to
the
let
days
people
of,
just
like-
fair catch and why?
Yeah. I mean, well, it's been a long time. The days of those kind of specialists, like return guys, like fucking Devin Hester and Dante Hall, those guys. I mean, you're not going to see those guys anymore because first of all,
Yeah.
a high percentage of them go through the fucking end zone anyway.
What are you talking about, bro? We had a Pro Bowler returner this year that did nothing.
Yeah, he fumbled 14 times. Or
Yeah, and he
whatever.
was like, Pro Bowler. I'm
Yeah.
like, who made that decision?
Yeah, that was bad.
Put him back in the USFL, please.
Yeah. So, yeah, this doesn't make sense to me, man. It's just stupid.
I hate it, and a lot of coaches and players have come out and said they hate it. Andy Reid said the NFL could just be flag football now
Yeah.
with these rules. And then Kelsey brothers, I saw both of them being like, "This is
they hate it,
horrible."
Yeah.
Travis was like, "This is so stupid,"
Mhm.
and then Jason was the same way. They have a podcast, and they were just like, "This is fucking dumb."
Yeah.
No one likes this, and why do they vote? And of course, if you leave it up to the owners, bro, of course they're going to vote like, "Oh, less chance for one of my players to get hurt." Of course, yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But for the fans, it's stupid because like sometimes a kick return changes your fucking game.
Momentum, yeah.
like, imagine the first game the first Bills game after DeMar Hamlin went down, they returned a kickoff for a touchdown. And the place went fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Imagine if that guy was like on the 5 and he saw a guy who's like, fair catch. Why?
No fucking excitement whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
I think you could fair catch like those dumb like pooch kicks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But a regular kickoff every time. So if a kick was on the 23-yard line,
You automatically get to move up 2 yards.
I mean, that's kind of pooch, whatever. Nobody really does that, but
Yeah.
just saying, 10-yard line, you're every time going to fair catch that because you're not going to get to the 25 usually.
Yeah.
Coaches are going to be like, fair catch it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the rule. Fair
Yeah.
catch it. It does say 1-year trial. I think after the backlash, maybe it'll be over. This is stupid. I hate it.
Yeah, it's dumb. You're taking a big part of special teams out. That's how you start the fucking game.
That's what I'm
for
saying,
the first
bro.
half and second half.
You know how many times that, first of all, they moved the kick up, like, 5 to 10 yards?
I hated
now
that too, dude.
I hated it too, because
Yeah.
now everything goes out of the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
It's what that was another step where I was like, why even kick it off?
Mm-hmm.
And now we've got this, and I'm like, do they just want to just start at the fucking 25?
There's no reason to have a kickoff now.
Exactly.
If you ask me, if the guy can just fair catch and go to the 25, what's
Here's the
fucking
deal. You could do this at the beginning of the game. Do you want to kick off? Nah. Just
Yeah.
let them start at the 25.
point? Yeah.
Do you want to kick off late in the game onside? Yeah, we're going to try an onside kick.
Yeah.
But the regular kickoffs, nah, just start them at the 25. They're going to
Yeah.
start there anyways. I guarantee you, if we went through and looked at every game, somebody may do this. I'm damn sure not going to do this.
Yeah.
Last year, every NFL game, how many times did a kickoff start at the 25? The percentage is probably high.
Yeah. Real high.
Yeah, because a lot of them go out of the end zone anyways.
Yeah. I would say probably half of them do.
Maybe more than that.
Maybe more, yeah.
Stop it. Like, if you're going to do this, first of all, move the kick back again 10 yards or whatever it was. And then you could fair catch inside the 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
Or how about not at all?
Right. Just go back to the old ways. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Just run the ball out.
These guys know what they're getting into.
It's football.
It's football.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Sucks. This rule sucks. Go to hell, owners. This rule blows. And apparently the coaches and players agree with us. So that's a good thing. You know, especially for us as fans.
Yeah.
There's no meaning to watch a kickoff now, dude. No chance that I'm gonna like that ever.
No, that's
So,
bad. So yeah, we'll get
anyways.
to see that all fucking year long at least. And
Yay.
I guess if nobody gets hurt, then they're gonna be like, it worked out great, so we're gonna keep it. I'm like, yeah, it's because I mean, what the fuck?
These
You
kickoff, like you said though, these kickoff specialists, there's no reason to have them anymore. Just put your receiver back there,
Yeah.
and then like the guy that can catch really well, and just have him.
and
like,
that sucks for a lot
if
of
it's
dudes
inside
in
the
the
20,
NFL
just fair
because now they don't have a spot on the fucking team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like you make these roster spots for these specialist guys, like you mentioned,
Right.
Hester and all them.
Mhm.
Now you just put a regular receiver back there and be like, it's inside the 25, just fair catch it, bro.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're not gonna get hit. So
yeah,
pointless,
it's
bro.
So dumb, yeah. Now I guess kickoffs for like onside or whatever.
Well,
for
yeah, of
strategy,
course.
but
You're still gonna.
But then if you only line up to do onside, everybody knows it's coming or whatever. You can't do really a fake one.
well, we all know
mean-
when those are coming, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, because you're down like 2 possessions.
Those the percentages of getting that back has always been super low,
Yeah.
especially if your kicker fucking sucks ass at it. But
Yeah.
I don't like the rule; it blows. I hate it. So, but yeah, speaking of receivers that could help you on a kickoff, fair catch it. There would be one that's available for anybody to sign now. Anybody, literally anybody.
Mm-hmm.
That would be DeAndre Hopkins,
Yeah.
who the Arizona Cardinals officially released on Friday, yesterday. And they were trying to trade him for a long time, and I guess it never worked out.
Yeah.
And,
Well, his cap number is massive.
Yeah.
So that's probably one of the biggest reasons.
and they were trying to trade him
Yeah, I
before
think-
the draft.
I think he had
especially.
like a 20. It was like 20-something million dollar cap hit, wasn't it?
Probably
It
something
was
like
so
that.
big.
And they were trying to trade him around draft time or draft day.
Yeah.
I remember I was thinking like DeAndre Hopkins is going to get traded.
Yeah.
And I remember hoping that the Cowboys would get him, but we got Brandon Cooks instead, which, yay, but no. So DeAndre Hopkins is now available.
Yeah.
He's a
Anybody
free
can sign
agent.
him. Yeah.
Anybody can sign him. He went on record of saying like these are the quarterbacks that I'd play for or want to play for.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen was one. Herbert was one. There were like 3 more. Our teams were not on that list.
Nah, yeah, he's not. He doesn't want Sam Howell throwing him the ball, bro.
Yeah, or Dak Prescott, because he'd be like, that guy throws the other team more than anything. So no.
Yeah, he overthrew me like 20 yards.
Yeah, there's other teams out there that makes sense for me for him to go to, like Baltimore would be one.
Yeah.
Carolina would be another one, but I don't think he'd want to go there. You know, Detroit is a big one. I think that is a big one.
Yeah.
That he could go there and probably do very well because
They'd
Detroit
be
is
a
on the
scary
high.
fucking team if
Exactly.
they got him.
I mean, they have Amon-Ra St. Brown. If they put Hopkins on the other side, that's fucking nuts.
God damn, that'd be you're fucked.
Yeah,
you're
we already know the Lions are kind of on the way up.
Yeah, they are.
So they could, and without Rodgers being there in that division, the Lions could easily take that division.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, they were already kind of on the way up, and the Bears is another one. But I'm like, you got to think about who's throwing you the ball, in my opinion. And we don't feel like Justin Fields is a very good quarterback.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he's very good.
I know he showed a lot of improvement in the second half of last year, but I mean that's still sample size is still way too small. Like, let's see you do it for 5-10 years, see what happens. But I don't think he's going to be the guy the whole time there in Chicago for sure.
I could definitely see the Lions being the place.
That would be a good spot for him.
Now,
man.
I know that he probably wants to go to another established like quarterback or whatever, a little bit more, but like I said, without Aaron Rodgers being there, you've probably got a really good chance to take that division.
Oh yeah.
You know, because the Bears, Packers, Vikings line, I mean, nobody's scared of the Vikings. I mean, they choke their balls off every year because Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. So
I think you could go there with Amon-Ra and I mean, look, we've both said that fucking blanking on their quarterback.
Goff.
Yes, sorry, thank you. It would have came to me, but yeah, Jared Goff is. We've both said he's still, in our opinion, top 10 after last year.
Yeah.
So he's not a bad quarterback, and he can still throw the ball very well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and yeah, with his when he finally got like a receiver with Brown, he actually had a good year because I mean, when he first went there, he didn't have shit, and then they drafted, they drafted that receiver for him, and if they added this, I mean, I don't think that it's gonna be hard to stop that team.
Yeah, I agree, and that would be great, dude. Because then think about that opening night matchup that we're gonna get: Lions versus Chiefs.
That's gonna be an insane game, dude.
That'd be fun if Hopkins landed there.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. That's just a potential spot.
Yeah.
He could still go to the Bills,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be disgusting if he went there.
Yeah.
The Giants could be another one. They're saying that.
I wouldn't want him to go in our division, that's for sure.
No, I don't want him to go to Philadelphia or the Giants.
No.
He's not coming to Dallas because we're like, Brandon Cooks. And I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah. Y'all already kind of shot your wad there.
Yeah. But he
Yeah,
can
I mean-
still play, dude.
He's going to want a big ass contract.
He can still play. Maybe not, though, if he wants to go somewhere that wins.
Yeah, that's true.
He
Just
can
depends.
still play, though.
Yeah. He's only 31.
He's
Not-
very
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Dude, he had so many years where he was dominant in Houston
Yeah.
with a fucking nobody quarterback.
Yeah. So imagine if you got like,
Imagine if Josh Allen's throwing the ball. Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
yeah, or even a golf, or if he went to the Jets.
Like I've said a
with
million times,
Rodgers.
Buffalo has no problem receiving. They need a running back.
Yeah.
Jesus. Get a running game, and Buffalo is going to be unstoppable.
Yeah.
They have
That's-
nothing. They still don't have a running back, by the way. Hey, Zeke
Yes.
Elliott's available.
Yeah. Go get that guy.
Yeah. There's like so many executives out there that are like, yeah, he's done. He's lost a step. And I'm like, yeah, thank you.
We've seen that for a while now.
Yeah. And there's people out there that are Cowboys fans are like, just sign him back. He's great. And I'm like, stop. They released him, bro. Just stop.
Yeah. There's a reason why too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because he's fucking garbage. Anyways. It'll be interesting to see where old Hopkins goes, man. What if he goes to the Jets with Rodgers?
that'd be sick too.
Yeah.
Because
I'd be like,
they, I
"Motherfucker,
mean, now that
dude."
they have a quarterback, like we said, I mean, Robert Salay's got them moving in the right direction. They got a good running game. You give Aaron Rodgers that kind of weapon, you're pretty much fucked over there.
He got Randall Cobb and what's his name? over there as well that followed him from Green Bay.
Yeah.
Lazard,
Yeah.
and add Hopkins. Woo! It's gonna be fun to watch where he goes.
Yeah.
It'll probably be some team that we don't even think of. Like he'll probably go back to Houston and be like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
paycheck."
Yeah.
Ooh, what if he went to Jacksonville?
That'd be sick too.
Yeah.
Because you got Calvin Ridley coming back this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then who else? They had somebody else, right?
Yeah, they had a badass receiver. I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'd have to
Yeah,
think about
that
it.
would be sick too, man. I'm like, God, go to Washington, bro. Check out Sam Howell.
Speaking of Washington,
Yeah.
we got some news this week about Washington Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
They obviously tried to trademark the Commanders name,
Yeah.
and they were denied
Yeah, they were denied, bro.
because the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office says a likelihood of confusion with other similar trademarks.
Yeah.
So the I saw a story about there. The Commanders may have to change their name again.
Well, yeah, it doesn't make sense to have a name and you can't make money off of it.
Yes,
right?
because since they can't trademark it, people can make their shit and sell it.
Yeah.
And
Like
they can't do anything.
I could set up shop at my house and make Commander shirts and
And-
put them
and
on
never
any
get in
website,
trouble.
and they can't tell me shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They can't do any. They can't shut you down. They
I
can't
can-
cease and desist.
I can
nothing.
use their same fucking logo, the
Same
same,
thing.
text, and they can't fucking do nothing to me.
nothing. They can't send you nothing.
Yeah.
So
So that
now
makes
they're
no
like,
sense.
Now they're like, now they might have to change the name again. Dude, I'm sorry I
Which-
laughed at this, bro. And I was like,
No,
but this
I-
name sucks anyways.
Yeah, so I was happy about this. I was like, please change it. And-
Dude, what the fuck, bro?
because
This
this
should have just stayed the damn football team, bro.
Or yeah, and they may go back now, which that's just a stupid fucking name too. But maybe they'll do
Well,
that.
I mean, it's like soccer. Like most of those are like the football club
yeah,
or football club or
Yeah.
soccer club, whatever they call that. Just,
but yeah, they
just
have
say it.
like one of the things is the annual college football game between Army and Air Force is dubbed the Commanders Classic. So it's they say that's part of the confusion. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, but I mean,
Not really, but that's not my job. That's the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office for
yeah.
you.
But they said like there's an existing trademark for Commanders Classic, and then pending pending applications filed by that fucking lawyer that scooped up all the names.
He's smart.
Yeah,
That's smart. Maybe he'll sell it then.
yeah. He'll hold that shit for ransom. I'm sure.
I would do,
And I would do it too.
I would do it. I instantly do that, bro.
Yeah,
I'd be like, you can have the name, but it's gonna cost you.
yeah,
It's gonna cost you for me to get fuck you money,
yeah,
or I never have to do this shit again. That's why I filed it,
yeah.
dude. I told you they.
I don't
should've
know
just
why
picked-
you don't. I mean, it's been a year and a half since they changed this fucking name. I don't know why they didn't file like immediately.
Maybe
when
they did, and it just takes this long
Yeah,
because
maybe it does. Yeah,
dude, anything to the government takes forever.
yeah, that's true. That's probably what it is.
There's no rush there.
Yeah.
But this is hilarious. They should have picked another name. I said that I was like, Commander sucks, dude. They should have picked out
Yeah.
that Red Hogs or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, whatever that was, the Hogs one was really cool.
Red Hogs.
Red Hogs, yeah.
Yeah.
I would have been fine with that.
That gives you still got red in your name. You don't have to change your colors or anything like that. And then you pay homage to like the most famous offensive line that you ever had.
Yeah.
That people dress up as hogs.
Yeah.
That would have been, I think, the best
That
thing
would've
ever.
been
Instead,
perfect.
you went with Commanders because fucking Ron Rivera was like, well, let's pay homage to our troops. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know how this guy still has a
Thanks
job.
for setting our whole entire future on a guy that's not going to be here for that long.
I can't believe he's still there.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be honest. I don't know how the hell that guy didn't get fired after this past year.
He probably will after this.
I
year.
guarantee it was the ownership
'Cause-
changing, and they were like, well, we don't want to fucking change too much. Let's just get the new ownership in there and then give Ron another year. He's such a god awful coach, bro. Like no emotion, like just so
Yeah.
boring. Just like, oh God.
Yeah, I'm done with him already, man. So like I said, I don't. They're not gonna be a 500 football team this year. So that's if last year you didn't fire him, you're gonna fire him this year. Well, you got a new ownership coming in. They're probably gonna clean house anyway.
They will.
So
They will.
I'm
And
ready
once
for-
they get settled in, they're going to be like, okay, we'll just let this year ride, and then we're cleaning everything up.
yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
So, anyways, you might have a new name.
Hopefully, they don't fuck it up this time.
Yeah, they will.
They will. Yeah, I'm not. I have zero faith in this team.
Watch
bro.
the owner, the new owner come in. He's like, we're going back to Redskins.
I'd be like, God, that's my favorite guy already.
I mean, I don't know why it never changed.
Yeah, obviously they lost the trademark to that too. So
Of course. Yeah.
the
Why wouldn't
NFL like got rid of it because they were trying to force them to change the name. So
you? Stupid.
or some court did it. I can't remember. Whatever.
Once again, why don't you put it up to vote for your fans
Yeah, no shit.
and your season ticket holders?
Yeah.
And see how the results come.
That you fucked over for the last few years.
Exactly.
Let them pick the fucking name.
People up top make the decisions and we get shit on.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly what happens. So maybe the Commanders won't last too much longer for you, bro. So hopefully you didn't buy no jersey or any Commanders gear.
I have not.
I didn't think you did. I've never seen you. The only thing I've ever seen you in is your Redskins stuff.
Yeah, I like the old schools. The vintage now.
Yeah, it's vintage. It's probably going to be worth a lot of money. Hang on to it.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah. So there you go. Let's see. Okay, let's move on. Let's go into. I just want to touch base on the Dallas Stars a little bit. Okay. Now, last time we recorded, last week, and they just finished Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals because I got really hammered that day because they went down 2-0.
Yep.
And they were coming back home down 2-0 to Las Vegas. Already a problem. Big problem. If you don't split those first two games, that you're going to have an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But you're coming home, you're thinking, let's just get one game at home first, then we can hopefully get the second game at home and make sure that this, we're taking care of business here on home ice, especially. Now, Game 3 starts, and it couldn't have been worse. On Tuesday, it could not have been worse. Literally instantly. They get scored on immediately, like 1 minute and 30 seconds into the game. Vegas scores, and I'm like, God damn it, son of a bitch. Like, this team starts off slow, apparently, and Vegas starts off quick.
Mm-hmm.
First shift comes in for Jamie Benn. What does he do? He makes one of the most idiotic decisions I've ever seen in my fucking life watching the Dallas Stars. He runs into the captain over there, Sloan, for Vegas, and then he bends down, cross-checks him in the neck while Sloan's on the ice. Awful. And, I mean, I'm like, he's gone. First of all, it was a 5-minute major, and then they looked at it, reviewed it, and they were like, 5-minute major for sure, but game misconduct. He's out of there. He gets ejected like 2 minutes into the game. I'm like, great, your captain's ejected. And I was like, what the fuck are you thinking, dude? What's going through your goddamn mind, you fucking idiot? That's one of the dumbest fucking things you could have ever done. And I'm like, you fucked your team completely over right away. 2 minutes into the goddamn game. You're already down 1-0. And then, of course, you're on the fucking penalty kill for 5 minutes. That's a long goddamn time, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, normal is 2 minutes, but 5 minutes. And plus, if they score on the 5 minutes, they stay on the power play. They get full 5 minutes.
Right.
The majors are, that sucks. And of course, they scored. It's 2-0. They scored again. It's 3-0. I'm like, this team's done. And Ben just fucked us the entire season. In one fucking decision, he fucked the entire decision and team. 100%. Awful.
Yeah, that was really disappointing to see from your captain. Like, he's supposed to the guy that has his shit in check and supposed to lead the team. And he starts off, within 2 minutes of the game doing something like that. I don't know if he had some beef with that guy or whatever.
I don't know.
Who knows? But even if he did, like, you leave that shit alone. Like,
you that guy is trying to make you do that.
Yeah.
You should know. It's not like Ben's a rookie, bro. He's been here for a long time.
Right.
He's a veteran.
He knows better, man. And for him to go off and do that, even being down 1, it was so bad. Down 1-0. And then doing that, like you said, it was an avalanche of shit.
Now, here's the thing. This game was over after that. I was like, this game's over. They're going down 3-0. And it was. They lost the game 4-0.
Yeah.
Their asses were handed to them. And I'm like, it changed right when Ben did that. Like, everything. First of all, they played like shit after that completely. They were already playing like shit. But anyways, after that, the fans started throwing beer and nachos and shit on the ice. The second period was 21 seconds left, but the fans threw so much shit on the ice. They were like, period's over.
Mm-hmm.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
First of all, embarrassing. I've never ever. That's never crossed my mind to throw beer on the ice or fields or anything, any sporting event that I've been to, or nachos or popcorn or anything, dude. It's embarrassing. Like, I know we're frustrated, guys.
Yeah.
I know we're frustrated, but you don't do that. Come on.
Yeah.
It makes us look like shitty fans. And the city looks like shit now.
We're like adults.
But it is Dallas.
You need to know how to act. Like, yeah, exactly.
I will say it is Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Fort Worth side, and I'm thank God for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, it could have been anybody from all over the Metroplex. I'm just saying, like, that was embarrassing, dude. I was like, oh, God, what the fuck, dude? Really?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously those people were, the people that threw shit on the ice more than likely were intoxicated.
I'm sure.
And they were frustrated. I was frustrated, of course. But don't do that. And then when the third period started, the Vegas players were walking out the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
People were still throwing popcorn and shit at them. I'm like, don't, dude. The Vegas players didn't do anything. Like, if anything, throw popcorn at our own players.
Yeah, throw it at Ben.
Yeah.
Find where he's at and go throw shit in his face.
Now, that's the other thing. When the game ended, Ben tuck-tailed and ran. Didn't talk to the media. I was pissed.
Yeah,
That set me off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, I get it. You're in a fucking massive game, frustrated that you're down 1-0 immediately. Made a bad decision.
Mm-hmm.
You made a bad decision. You fucking cost your team the game, for sure.
Yeah.
Probably the season. It's a bad decision. It's one of those ones where you're just like, fuck me, dude. Why did I do that?
Yeah.
It happens. We've all done something like that where you make a decision and you're like, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, exactly.
The heat of the moment got to him. It's unfortunate, but your chance now to talk to the media and apologize to the other guy, to the team, your coaches, your teammates, and most importantly, the fans.
Yeah.
Didn't do it. Tuck-tailed, ran, didn't talk to the media. And I'm like, that ain't a captain.
Mm.
And I was pissed at Jamie Benn. I'm never going to forget this.
Yeah.
I don't like him anymore. Don't want him to wear the captain anymore.
Yeah, he should lose the C for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Peter DeBoer, if you're any kind of a coach, if you got any sort of coaching, I know this is your first year there and Ben's been the captain before you. Don't care. You're the coach now, bro.
Yeah, make the call.
Strip that fucking C from him and give it to somebody else. He does not deserve to wear that. He talked to the media the next day, still didn't even take responsibility for his actions.
Right.
Was fucking saying I wish I wouldn't have fallen and used my stick as a landing spot. If you go back and watch the replay, he does it on purpose.
Yeah, he doesn't fall.
He doesn't fall.
He goes down with him because
The guy was on the ground already, and you could see Ben look down and like fucking give a face that I'm doing this on purpose.
Yeah.
It's a joke, dude. A joke. And he didn't even sound like he give a fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck him, dude. Fuck you. I don't care. I'm glad he's suspended for 2 games. He's not going to play. He didn't play game 4, which they won, actually. Game 5 is tonight. And people are like, Stars in 7. I'm like, dude, this audio comes out on Tuesday. Or maybe I'll release it a day early. I don't know. It's over tonight, probably. If I had to guess, if you're watching on YouTube Live right now, this is a special.
Yeah.
You're in Vegas right now for game 5.
Yeah.
It's over,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, they're not going to win the series at all. I mean,
There's only been like 2 teams that have come back from 3-0.
Yeah.
And people are like, it could happen. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, it could, but it's not gonna.
I don't think it will.
No, because you have to have actual good games from Jake Ottinger in a row. And he has not done that yet.
And I mean, you got Robertson finally showing up, which is nice.
Thanks for showing up.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, you need that guy. You need that kid to go off like he did all regular season, but he hasn't been.
He did that last game, 2 goals.
Yeah. So if he can kind of step up and take over and be kind of a leader that Ben was supposed to be, maybe. But it's a long shot, bro. Definitely a long shot.
Jamie Benn, I have no respect for you anymore.
Yeah, that was
completely
bad.
gone, and you're gonna have to earn it back.
Yeah,
done. That was so bad, and for him to just sit up there the next day after how many hours he had to think about this and not take responsibility, not apologize, nothing. He made it even worse to me.
Yeah,
made it even worse.
Yeah, that whole apology or whatever it wasn't. It was so pathetic, dude.
Pathetic.
It was so pathetic.
It's not what you want to see from a captain.
It was like saying, "Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way," kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like.
It's
kind of bullshit.
It's so bad. It's so bad. He lost my respect. I have no respect. I don't even want him on the team anymore. Honestly, I wish they'd get rid of him. I don't want that type of player on my team.
Yeah,
I really don't. It was so disappointing. Just so disappointing. It's so out of character. It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we had never seen that before from him,
No.
at least. Yeah, so that was kind of weird. I don't know what. Like I said, I don't know if there's a backstory behind it. If he hates that guy or they had some kind of thing?
Has to be.
Maybe.
Has to be.
Well, I don't know why you would act that way. Like,
Well, after the fact, you need to apologize
yeah,
mainly to your fans and your organization
right.
because you fucked us in the most important game of the season.
Mhm.
You fucked us.
Yeah,
It's the stupidest decision I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, it was so bad.
There is no goddamn way Brendan Morrow is going to act like that, who was the captain before Jamie Benn.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way Mike McDonald's going to act like that. There's no way Darian Hatcher's going to act like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way Sergei Zubov is going to act like that. I mean, this is supposed to be your leader.
Yeah.
I don't want him to be there. He's not the guy. They took away the seat from Madonna and gave it to Morrow. They can definitely take away the seat and give it to somebody else from Ben. Like, dude, you lost it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Give it to fucking Miro Heiskanen.
Yeah.
You know? He's going to be here forever. Give it to fucking Pavelski.
That's what I was about to say. Let him wear it until he's done, you know? And then give it to somebody else.
He may not want to wear it. He's like, man, I'm fucking old. I just want to be here and just play, score goals.
Yeah.
This is
Which
what
we
he's
love when he does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need him and Robertson to go off. You know,
Jumbo Joe with the OT winner last game. It was awesome. I was watching it, and I'm like, that was a great shot. And I was like, yeah, I guess. I mean, we didn't get swept, you know. Like,
yeah.
it's cool. But at the same time, you know, if they win tonight, great. But I don't see it.
If
gotta
they
win
win
this.
tonight, you got 2 more to win, bro. I mean, good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be rough. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
If you win tonight, it comes back home,
Yeah.
which would be crazy because it's like, okay, shit, if they win this game, then it is game 7. And in game 7's anything can happen. But you have such a long way to get there.
Yeah.
You got to win this game in Vegas. Place is insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts how these games have gone to overtime a lot. These two teams are very even.
Yeah.
And we've unfortunately been on the shit end of it twice. You know, and that fucked us hard. Both games in Vegas. And God damn it, bro. I was so stoked for game 3, dude. And I was like, hell yes, let's go, baby. We're getting back on track. It's fine. It's fine. We're not 2-0. Okay. Win this game. It's fine. And it was just immediate. I was like, wow, this team's done for sure. This is a sweep. And they come back and win the game, game 4. And it's like, good, I guess, you know, but I still feel just so, I'm not over Jamie Benn, bro. Like, if game 6 happens, because if they win tonight, you know, he'll be back. And I wish he would not be back. I don't want him on the team anymore, dude.
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now.
Yeah, that was bad. Because, like you said, he completely fucked his team that game for sure, and probably the whole series.
Just own up to it.
Yeah.
I would have had someone, I would have been like, okay, you know, it happens. He could have been there. He should have sat at the podium. First of all, he should have talked to people after the game because he had a whole game to think about it.
Because at least a couple hours for take a shower, think about shit you did. And
yeah. Let off your steam.
Yeah.
And he should have been like, I got to own up to it. I'm the captain. I fucked up.
Yeah.
And then I think the NHL would have been like, he owned up to it, all that. Maybe they would only give him 1 game.
Yeah, maybe.
You never know. So,
but yeah,
I lost all respect for him, dude.
Yeah, he definitely showed.
Sucks. It's disappointing.
Yeah.
Very.
A different side of Jamie Benn we've never seen before. And I mean,
yeah,
being in such of a big moment, it's like I'm sure a lot of fans feel the same way you do, and I do too.
100%.
I'm there
think,
too.
I think a lot of people feel that
I have
way.
that guy's jersey at my house. I got to get rid of it.
I'm glad I got a Sagan one.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's been okay, but he needs to show up too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's 30 or 31, Sagan. He's skating worse than Pavelski, who's 38. I'm like, Sagan's not going to last 7 more years.
Yeah, Sagan's been, the last couple of seasons has been shit.
He's very, very slow
Yeah.
out there. And he used to be the fastest skater, like, in the competition of the All-Star games. And I'm like, that guy's gone.
Yeah.
That hip that he had a problem with must have fucked him over.
Probably.
Because he had that hip surgery. I'm like, yeah, he's gone. So we'll see. Next episode, we'll wrap up the Stars season if it's over tonight or the next game. We won't record again until this series is over. Which I mean, like I said tonight, as we're recording now, this could be easily the last game.
Last one, yeah.
You're talking about a tall order to go win 4 in a row.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen
Against the Knights, yeah. I mean, they're pretty good.
Let's play percentages here. It's probably over tonight in Vegas, and I hope I'm wrong. But
It's very possible.
Yeah. And you get those people that are like the super fans or whatever, the homers that are just like, it ain't over till it's over. And I'm like, I get it, but, play percentages, dude.
Yeah.
Be a realist.
Yeah. I mean,
By the way, I posted, on Tuesday or Wednesday, the Stars official page posted a picture of Robo, Jason Robertson.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, this wasn't going to be a sweep on Robo's watch. And I commented, and I'm like, thanks for showing up finally in the playoffs, guy. And then I had some fucking dumbass comment on mine being like, what are you talking about? They're in the Western Conference Finals, Game 4. And I was like, maybe read, guy. And
it's not because of Robo. That's
yeah, I was like, well, just maybe read, guy. And then he was just like, are you retarded? Blah, blah, blah. You're so stupid. And I was just like, let me spell it out for you like everyone else in their life, in your life has to do, because you're fucking stupid. Number one, their post was about Jason Robertson. Number two, my comment was about Jason Robertson. It had nothing to do with the rest of the team. He's been invisible the entire playoffs. And he was like, so your idea of being visible is 2 goals? You're stupid. And I was just like, I can't with these people. I can't with these people. You're fucking these Homer fans out there, bro. I have an issue with every single one of you. It's okay to accept reality and be honest. That guy has done jack shit. And then somebody else commented like, he's tied for so many points. He's been doing so many other good things. I'm like, yeah, that's why they pay him for those secondary assists.
Yeah.
And that -3 rating he had in those games and not scoring a single goal against the Kraken that whole series.
Yeah.
That's why they pay him.
Yeah. Yeah. We're here because of that guy.
Yeah. 46 goals in the regular season. They pay him
And guess what,
to
dude?
do nothing.
Your team can go pretty far with one of their star players being absolute shit, and we can still criticize them.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
exactly. It is. And he
You
deserves
can't just
it.
like love everything about every part of the game.
He deserves the criticism. He scored 0 goals in the second round.
Yeah.
7 games, no goals.
He looked non-existent in the second round.
Exactly, but he's been doing good things. Those secondary assists, I'm like, okay. Yeah, that's why they pay him that much money.
Yeah.
To get those secondary assists and fucking not score goals. Fucking
Love it,
dumb,
dude.
dude. I would have them on right now. If I
Yeah.
could live call them, I would have them on right now and destroy them.
Yeah.
But I couldn't because
so
that guy
stupid,
that was common sounded like the dumbest person ever.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You see that all the time, dude.
Mm-hmm. You should have to take a test.
I remember getting into a thing. Somebody asked who was the a overrated pitcher for the Rangers, and I had put on my thing. I said because of the hype behind him, he became very fucking mediocre, and I think he was overrated. And it was Rick Helling.
Oh, okay.
And then some guy goes, he won 20 games. I'm like, once?
Yeah. That was a great year.
Well, did you see what his ERA was for his career? Fucking over 5, dude. Like, he was overrated.
He had a good year.
He came up in the Rangers organization. He was supposed to be the next Nolan Ryan. They were calling him and shit. He did
I remember that.
He did not, and that's what I told. I said that's what I meant, dude. Because I said, look, if you read the sentence before I said his name, is because the hype was way too big, and that's why I think he's overrated. And everybody's like, he won 20 games, ha ha ha. And I was like, yeah, one time.
Yeah, and once.
There's a bunch of pitchers who's won 20 games multiple times. He did it one time.
Yeah.
And then he did nothing after that.
Yeah, he was
I said, you
horrible.
guys are fucking morons, dude. He's overrated. He was overrated.
They can't be real for some reason.
Yeah.
They think, and we've talked about this so many times about our teams, bro. Like, if you criticize, you're a terrible fan to so many people, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm allowed to be critical of my sports teams. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. That's what makes us.
Dude, you can be a fan and be fucking mad at him or pissed at him.
That's what makes us. We're the ones that want to say it
Yeah.
and be like, you know what? Like, I'm pissed at my team for being so shitty.
Yeah.
I'm pissed at my GM. He sucks. He's tanked this fucking franchise, John Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of him. Finally, they do. And look what happens. We're
They
destroying it this year.
Yeah, they tied for the best 50-game starts in franchise history.
Exactly.
And there's no guy named John Daniels attached to a team.
Thank you.
Fucking coincidence? I don't think so.
Don't tell me that John Daniels built this team. No.
No. He did not.
Leadership changed 100% from the GM, the coach, and the manager, and that's why we're doing so well. You're not going to tell me different. No
Right.
fucking way.
Yeah.
And it's just the same thing. Like, I hate the fact that people think that you're such a bad fan if you're mad at your team. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's dumb.
They're like, you're negative. You're
just
negative.
pat-
You know,
like,
I am negative because we haven't done anything in 35 years with the Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like we talked about this before. We're just passionate, dude. We want to see something happen for our teams.
Exactly.
Neither one of our teams have done our football teams have done dick for 30 plus years, and so it's like,
Yep.
yeah, we're just supposed to love everything they do.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be like,
obviously it hasn't been working.
I'm supposed to be like, wait, my towel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
You get us fired up on that one.
but yeah,
We'll go all day.
Yeah, like Sam said, we'll recap the old Dallas Stars season if they're still in it. But we both kind of predicted tonight.
Oh, it's over. The next time that we record, they'll be sitting on the couch.
Yeah, they'll be hitting the golf courses.
Yep. And Jamie Ben's a piece of shit. So there you go.
There you go.
Okay. Real couple things on the MLB, and then we'll get out of here on a couple things.
Yeah.
Just want to say, we talked about this a little bit. The Oakland A's, they're moving to Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they just released renderings or early pictures of basically what they want their new stadium on the Strip to look like, which is literally going to be across the street from MGM Grand.
Okay.
$1.5 billion is the estimated cost. However, what I want to say, and the pictures look cool. They do.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually very small, though. 30,000 seats is what they're saying. I'm like, that's tiny.
Yeah, that's
Usually most of those hold 45 to 50,000.
right.
Maybe not all of them. Some of the older ones can't hold that much. But I'm just saying, now if you're building a brand new stadium, you probably want more than that.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty damn similar to what they got out in Oakland because the foul territory is massive. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I hate that.
Ooh, do they still have the bullpen out there like in the wide open? That's fucking
I don't
weird.
think the bullpen's out in the wide
Okay.
open.
I
I'm
was
just
about to
saying,
say, give those
the,
guys a fucking bullpen to
the
sit
foul
in.
area is massive. And I'm like, I hate that about Oakland. The only reason that is because it used to be a football stadium too.
Yeah.
There's one big thing that's missing. They're going to Las Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like 100 degrees constantly.
Oh, it's open.
There is no roof.
Yeah, it's open stadium.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
you ain't getting attendance out there. Las Vegas is hot as shit all the time
Yeah.
and very uncomfortable if you're walking outside. No one's going to sit. We just went through this for a long time in Arlington
Mm-hmm.
where attendance is going to blow ass in the summer
Yeah.
because it's hot as fuck. Las Vegas is hotter than here. Maybe not, but it's damn close.
Yeah, it's more dry. It's not
It's
as
just
humid, but
it's in the desert.
It's still hot though.
It's
yeah.
hot as fuck. Nobody's going to be. So $1.5 billion, no roof. I'm like, yo, y'all need to redo these renderings. Like, I get like being like, oh, there's the Strip. It's so, from the seats and be like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Put up a fucking picture of it or something and put the roof over it because no one's going to be at your games.
Yeah. Especially if you're going to keep your same owner that doesn't spend money on players whatsoever. And so you're just going to have the same shitty team move over there, basically.
You telling me it's going to be a fucking another like 300 to 500 grand to build a roof? It's worth it.
Yeah.
Do it. No one's going to be at your games, bro. It's so hot in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, we've been there so many times, dude. And we're walking around on the Strip in the sun,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I gotta hit one of these casinos and get in the AC.
Yeah, because it beats on that shit beats on you.
Yeah, dude, it's awful. And like, we can walk to this. It looks right there. First of all, you think you can walk everywhere in Las Vegas because it's like it's right there. Yeah, it's because it's a massive building.
Yeah.
And you walk for a mile and a half, and you're like, it's not right there.
It's fucking far, bro.
Yeah, and you're like, let me just jump into the fucking Tropicana real quick because I'm dying over here.
Yeah.
So this is a mistake on them, and hopefully they fix that because I think the feedback is there of being like, we're not coming to that fucking stadium, bro, and it's outside. Fuck that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, it does look cool, though. Right on the Strip. The renderings show you can see on the left side New York, which is right there at that corner, and then MGM Grand right there on the right corner.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they're putting it. Right where the Tropicana is, actually, is where they're saying that's going to go because that's where they bought the land, which will be cool. But put a goddamn roof on that. Don't be stupid. Put a roof on that stadium. Anyways, speaking of baseball again, our team, the Rangers, are still on fire. They're playing right now, actually, against Baltimore. They're up 2-0 in this game. Last night they won 12-2. Unbelievable, dude. This offense is on fire.
Yeah, and they're playing
This
against
team is
one of
on
the top teams right now in the American League, Baltimore, who's having a great season as well.
Yeah.
And they're handling them pretty easy, actually. So it's good to see.
Well, it's bottom of the fifth here. Andrew Haney's still in at 70 pitches, which is great to see. I just want to say, as far as the Rangers pitching goes, starting pitching, I will say, let me reemphasize that. Starting pitching, I thought I had it on my phone. The last 5 starts from the Texas Rangers starters has been absolutely fucking lights out. And actually put in number 6, actually, because last night John Gray had another 7 innings, 1 earned, just absolute dominant performance. He's got a great last name. I still need to check and see if that he is a relative of mine, so I can get free tickets.
There you
go. But anyways, I'm just saying the starting pitching has been absolutely dominant pretty much all year. There's been a couple of bad starts, but lately, this past week and a half or so, these starters have been fucking lights out, dude. And the only question mark in the Rangers right now, the only question mark is the bullpen. That's it. The offense is on fire. The starting pitching is on fire. The bullpen is not. So that's it.
Yeah, like we talked about this the last couple episodes, man. The bullpen, if you get that shaped up, if you bring a couple arms in, trades or calling people up that can get the job done, you got a really good baseball team on your hands. You got a playoff team.
I can say this right now. We're basically 2 months into the season. Mm-hmm. We're at the end of May here. By the time we record next time, we'll be in June. You're 2 months in. This is what this team is. That's usually a good gauge right there. You got 2 months of baseball. This is what this team is.
Yeah.
This team's going to the playoffs.
Yeah, I think so.
I have to say. Mm-hmm. And look, I think before the season, 77 was my prediction.
Yeah, I said
yours
84.
was 85 or 84.
Yeah.
Bro, they're gonna pass my. Which I did say. Hey, just real quick out there, relax. I did say I hope I'm low. Okay. I think they're well on their way to 90.
Yeah.
Like
I said earlier, this is the as far as their 50-game start, this tied 32-18, I believe is what it is.
It is.
It's tied for the franchise record. They've only done this once before in franchise history.
Can't imagine a better start.
Yeah.
And I have to say, yes, of course, it's because they invested in starting pitching, but Bochy's got to be the main factor.
Yeah.
He's got such a presence in that clubhouse and how he is. He's a winning fucking manager, dude.
Yeah, he's won 3 World Series.
Yeah, so that just tells me right there that it's such a huge deal. And as soon as Chris Young started making these moves, signing the pitching, doing all that, getting Bruce Bochy as your manager, the expectations went shoot.
Yeah.
Because now John Gray's like, well, I'm not the fucking number 1 guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like now I've got Jacob deGrom, 2-time Cy Young winner. I've got Evaldi, who had a great year. Now I'm the 3rd guy. Pressure's kind of off of me. Let me just go out there and fucking pitch.
Yeah.
Andrew Haney comes in. He's like, I'll do what I do. He's been really good. His ERA doesn't tell the whole story.
Well, his last 2 starts, not including this one, which he's pitching at Jim right now.
Yes.
His last 2 starts, he had, I think it's like 0.80 ERA or something.
Just saying, it's just one of those things where these pitchers, whenever they're so good, they elevate each other.
Yeah.
And they're like, this motherfucker went out and pitched 6 last night. I'm going to go 7 or 8.
Yeah, yeah.
Martin Perez has been dominant. Like, he's had a couple of shaky ones, but he was dominant against the last start he was in. It's so good to see. But if these guys come in and it's 3-2 and the bullpen takes over, then we got problems. That's where the only problem is. Now, imagine if Chris Young is like, okay, well, he already knows it's a problem. Late June, early July, when we get past the All-Star break, he's going to be like, now let's fix the bullpen, make some moves. They're already doing this shit with a bad bullpen. Imagine when they fix that.
Yeah, that's what I hope they do. And if the bullpen starts pitching better, great too. But I still think you need a couple other arms in there.
100%. 100%.
I mean, don't fuck around with it. Is what I'm saying.
No, you got it. If you're gonna go for it, go for it.
Yeah. So, but that's really all that needs to be tightened. We got a bunch of young guys like Heim, Young are killing the fucking ball right now. Garcia, Simeon, Duran still out there, and
Duran's hurt.
Oh yeah, and but Simeon, like last year, he
Dude, Simeon
at
leads
the 50 game mark. He only had one fucking home run.
Simeon leads the majors in WAR.
Yeah,
Wins above replacement right now. He's number one.
yeah, he's been killing it, dude.
Number one in the league.
That's the Simeon I wanted to see at the beginning of last year. So
yeah.
So we're getting him this year, and then now Seager's back, and he's back to old Seager doing
Hit a
what he
grand
does.
slam last night.
Yeah, he's back to it. So I mean, yeah, this offense is fucking crazy. And if you know, they're going to outscore a lot of teams, which is nice, basically because our bullpen. But they're not going to do it all the time. So whenever you got these games that are 2-0, or you know, you're winning by a couple of runs, and you need that 8th inning guy and 9th inning guy to come in and slam the door. Still not confident with what we have. So
not at all. And you're talking like, let's get to September and see where we're at. And these games get a lot closer.
Mm-hmm.
You start to get that pressure up a little bit higher.
Yep.
That's why we need to make a little bit we need to adjust the bullpen 100% and make those moves to get you. Hang on right now where you're at. You know, make moves, get yourself into position. Get yourself into position to make that playoff run.
Yeah.
Because I think you definitely have the starting pitching. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to worry about that.
And then you've got the offense. No problem. They're killing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
The run differential for the Rangers is disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting. So, yeah. I will say that as far as starting pitching goes, I do have a Jacob deGrom update. It's a Saturday right now, so yesterday on Friday, he has thrown another bullpen. That's his 4th bullpen since going to the IL.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, he threw that bullpen in front of Bruce Bochy and Mike Maddox, of course. And yesterday was the first time that he threw anything but a fastball. So he threw slider, curve, change, all that. 31 pitches. He used the entire thing of what he has. And this was the most extensive bullpen that he's thrown since going there. So they're kind of waiting to see how he feels, is the news that we have.
Yeah, I saw there wasn't a definitive return.
After every bullpen, because after the time that he took off and now the bullpens he's thrown, he has not felt anything.
Okay.
So they're very encouraged where we're at right now with Jacob deGrom. And, you know, they simulated 2 innings on Monday, and I guess yesterday was another 2 innings or whatever. But again, they started throwing the slider and everything. It was more than just a fastball, which if you start throwing those other breaking balls and shit, that kind of puts more stress on your shit.
Yeah.
The next step, they don't really know yet. They're waiting to see how he feels, and then let's see where we don't know if we're going to have him throw another bullpen or if we're going to have him go to a rehab.
What I say is take your time, man, because with the way the starting pitching is doing right now, you don't need to rush him back.
I mean
it'll
I
be
could
great.
see that, of course.
It'll be good to have him back and healthy, but, I mean, I wouldn't rush it. If your team, the way they're pitching right now, the starting pitching and the way we're playing right now, it's not like you need him back, like, immediately or anything.
No.
That's what I feel. Anyway, that's my opinion.
You're right. But at the same time, they're paying him $35 million a year.
Yeah, but, I mean, like, you
Jacob
did
deGrom,
that knowing this guy is fucking fragile.
Truth. I get it. Jacob deGrom has also came out many times and said, like, I want to make 30 starts. Well, you're not going to do that this year.
Yeah, no.
Not anymore. And so that's great that he's throwing these bullpens, 31, 32 pitches, no issues after that. You know, are you going to go get a rehab start in the minors and build up your pitch count a little bit more?
Yeah.
You know, because you throw these 30 pitches or whatever and feel fine, but what about 90
You're right.
pitches, 100 pitches, which should be no problem as a starter.
Shouldn't be.
You know, that's when your elbow starts fucking feeling like it's going to fucking inflame again or something's wrong, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, I just feel like just take your time with him, man. I mean, if you want this guy to go 5 years, I mean, I would, and he's already in the first 2 months, he's already missed so many starts already.
He already left 2 starts early because he was feeling something.
Yeah, so.
And that sucks because he was at that pitch count or had that availability
Yeah.
of going 100 pitches, and you're like, what the fuck?
When he comes back, man, that's the last time I want to see him leave or start early.
Yeah.
But I know that's always a fucking option with this guy, so we'll see.
It is unfortunate. But positive news today about
I mean,
Jacob
that's good
deGrom.
to hear. It's always good to hear that he's pitching and he's not hurting afterwards, so.
positive news.
Yeah.
Getting him more bullpens and no issues. And then let's see how he feels after this. Yesterday was that. So I haven't heard anything today other than the fact that it was all positive.
Yeah.
So we'll see how his elbow's feeling. I'm sure we'll get more news this week as we move on this week. And somebody asked me this past week, how long do you think DeGrom's going to be out? And I'm like, probably 2-3 more weeks, man, if I had to guess. Because he's still got to throw a bullpen on Friday, and then after that, they'll see where he's at. He's still got to throw to live hitters after that, and then maybe a rehab start, and then if everything's okay, then he'll be back. But there's no we don't know. Bochy's basically like, we're not real sure. Let's just see how he feels. And I'm just like, God damn it, dude.
Yeah, I think they're taking the cautious approach, which is okay.
Well, they will, because it's $185 million.
Exactly.
Chris Young is thinking like you're thinking, basically, like, let's take our time.
Yeah. And like I said, the way the team's playing right now, he doesn't have to come back and like save the fucking day or anything right now. So
True. He started 6 games so far this year, and we've won all 6 games.
Yeah.
His ERA is under, I think it's like 2.13 or something like that. Don't check me on that. That's a guess. But it's definitely under 2.5. And so, yeah, he doesn't have to come in and save the season, but we will need Jacob deGrom.
Yeah. Yeah,
100%.
We'll need him for sure, yeah. But
I need Jacob deGrom to start 20 times this year. He can still do that.
We'll see.
He can still do that if he doesn't have any other injury problems.
Yeah.
So anyways, now speaking of some other starters, I just want to say real quick, in the Rangers organization, that is, and then we've got a couple things, and this episode's over. Just want to say we've been really getting some news from the farm system for the Texas Rangers. 2 names that you might really recognize if you follow the Texas Rangers or us. Mr. Jack Leiter and Mr. Kumar Rocker, who are the 2 draft picks that the Rangers spent top 5 picks in the last couple years.
Yep.
Jack Leiter was very, very well, 3rd pick, I think, or the 2nd overall pick. I can't remember. I think it was 2nd.
I think it was 2nd, yeah.
That we took from Vanderbilt, who was basically teed up as like, this guy is the ace of the future, really, is what they're saying, because he dominated in Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm.
Last year started in Double-A, coming out of college, going right to Double-A is a massive jump. I have not talked to, but heard comments from former major league pitchers that said, dude, the jump from college to Double-A is massive. Like, it's like, never should have done that, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Because you go from basically like being able to get guys out and chasing stuff to where guys don't chase stuff anymore, and like it's just massive.
Yeah.
The jump is too high for those guys. And last year, Jack Leiter got rocked constantly.
Yeah, he did.
Now, this year, Jack Leiter started again in Double-A after a full season and then a spring training with the Rangers. Looked like he was on the same path of like, oh God, this could be a bust.
Yeah, we were even saying this guy's a bust.
Yes,
like, we already kind of had already kind of gave up on him.
And how big of a commitment was this for the Rangers? Well, let me tell you, Jack Leiter signed a contract, and the Rangers gave him $7.92 million as a bonus.
Yeah,
so huge. Thinking that this motherfucker was going to be a good guy. Leiter finished last year with a 3-10 record and a 5.54 ERA. Not good. Not good at all. And when the Rangers signed all these pitchers this year, basically they were like, we're not relying on Jack Leiter to be here anytime soon.
Yeah.
I will say, this year he started off, and it was bad. Bad. Looked horrible. However, this month of May, we're ending this month of May, he has been absolutely fucking dominant down there in Double-A.
Yeah, he's been great.
This is what you want to see. He has flipped the switches, this article right here says, which if you're Leaf, then he says a switch that flipped or something that you fucked up that one time.
Yeah, when I've had some beers in me, yeah.
Yeah.
Switch the flip, whatever I did. Yeah.
This is basically the Jack Leiter that we want to see.
Yeah.
Right here. He has been dominant in the month of May, completely dominant down there in Double-A. And he's logged a couple of starts this month, 6 scoreless innings, killing it. 1 earned run in 5 innings at home, and then struck out 8. Electric stuff in the next start, 6 innings against the next team. Gave up a 3-run homer, but struck out a career-high 10 and walked just 1. That's been a big thing with Leiter down in Double-A. He's walked a lot of people, had a big problem with command.
Yeah.
Looks like that's coming in and kind of relaxing him a little bit, like this next start or whatever. So he's got some absolute electric stuff when he's on. His fastball's high 90s, and his curveball is disgusting. Mm. And so he's having to figure out, like, hey, you know, these guys that are up in Double-A, you know, they're not college guys. They're not chasing my curveball. I have to throw it in the strike zone, basically. And that's what it is, apparently. The pitching coach down there says that he's kind of relaxed this year. He's more just taking it easy. He's basically just figuring this shit out, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're not going to see Jack Leiter this year probably, but maybe next year. We'll see. We do have Martin Perez off the books next year, depending on what happens there. We might see Jack Leiter. However, I will say this month, his ERA for May, Jack Leiter, is 1.71, which is what you want to see.
Yeah, that's great, especially because, like you said, we invested a lot in this guy. High draft pick.
We did.
Gave a lot of money to him because this is supposed to be our next ace, and it was not looking good at first. And so seeing him kind of turn it around and having a better kind of stretch now, that's great. Hopefully,
this is what you want to see.
Yeah, hopefully he keeps that going because we want that guy up on the big squad and actually, you know, the future of this team, future of the rotation.
Now,
okay. Even if, like, DeGrom doesn't work out, which is it could be very possible that he doesn't work out. And if this guy's ready to step in and be the guy that we want him to be, then hopefully that'll work out that way. But
here's what I think about Jack Leiter, that this month is very promising, obviously, huge. He had a 6.75 ERA in April. Mm-hmm. This month is 1.7, like I said. Turning a corner, obviously. It's great. Good. What I want to see this season from Jack Leiter, Double-A, go up to Triple-A.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah, before the year ends, yeah.
Yeah. Not here. Not the majors.
No.
Triple-A.
Yeah, Triple-A. Go to Round Rock, yeah.
Yep. And do that. And that would be success.
Yeah, I would like to
and
see
put
that.
yourself into position for maybe seeing you next year.
Yeah.
Maybe. That's a big maybe.
He'll definitely be back in spring training next year just because he's not, you know, and then
but figure it out.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's doing it. So that's
he's making a turn for sure.
That's a huge positive for us to put it in perspective. You know, when we first started this podcast, I was saying like jackass stuff, like, because I was so mad at the Rangers and John Daniels. I'm like, just fucking send Leiter up, dude. Yeah. Fuck it.
Have him start on the day one, his first day.
And I was just because I was so mad at the Rangers organization.
Yeah.
You know, because we didn't have no starting. Now that Chris Young was in, like, obviously Chris Young's like, we need to focus on pitching because I'm a pitcher.
Yeah.
And now that we have that, it's like, okay, now you can take your time with Leiter and really get him. And that looks like what they're doing is working. It looks like he's turned a little bit of a corner.
Yeah.
And I was very worried. Even in April, I was worried. I'm like, this guy might be a bust.
Yeah, we were talking about this. I was like, we may just have to cut our losses with this kid, man.
I mean, they gave him damn near $8 million.
Yeah.
As a bonus.
Yes.
That's not even his fucking salary.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So this is good. And it's nice to read the comments from the pitching coach at Double-A saying that, you know, Jack Leiter takes this shit very serious. His work ethic is matched. I mean, his father was Al Leiter, so he's been there. He knows how to do it. He's getting advice from his father, no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. And then the pitching coach is saying, like, he takes this shit serious, and he's really, really focusing on a more patient approach instead of just fucking go. He's more like taking a step back and approaching it. Looks like it's working.
Good.
The other guy that we took last year, Kumar Rocker, not so great. He started out this year in high A ball. Looked good in his starts. Not saying that he was pitching bad by any means. However, this is the reason why the Mets passed on him, I believe. He had an injury, and he, on Monday or Tuesday, I believe, had Tommy John surgery.
Yeah.
So Kumar Rocker will not be available, obviously, all year. Probably not, you know,
till middle of next year.
Next year, maybe, and just depending. Tommy John takes a while. And look, if you don't, if you haven't had Tommy
guys
John,
differently, so you know, you don't know until you get it done and start healing. So
if these pitchers haven't had Tommy John, they will have Tommy John.
Yeah,
that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, Nathan Eovaldi's had Tommy John twice,
Yeah.
and thank God because he's dominating. Just saying, Kumar Rocker's out for the year. He's not going to be. We're not going to hear Kumar Rocker's name for a while.
Long time.
We may see Kumar Rocker in 2025, maybe.
Yeah.
Other than that, probably not.
Yeah.
I mean,
what sucks is he's older than Leiter too.
He is.
So it's
Yeah.
like we're losing another year with this guy. So that kind of sucks. But
yeah. Oh well.
We'll
That's
see how
the
he
pitching
bounces
prospects
back,
for
man.
you right
You
there.
never know. Yeah.
The two top pitching prospects, and I really do hope that Jack Leiter continues on that trend.
Yeah. Me too.
Because I would love to see him pitch for us and dominate. So there you go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Let's get the hell out of here. A couple things here before we wrap this episode up. I got to say a couple things. And then we're getting the hell out because it's time. I'm actually just starting to hit a buzz, so this is good.
Are we doing our
Yes.
the songs thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of the things.
Yeah.
Let's do that now, actually. Let's just
Okay.
do that now. So if you remember last episode, Leaf and I, we gave each other another album to listen to, and then we listened to the album all week. And then again, of course, it's necessarily something that we wouldn't listen to. We listen to the whole album, and then we pick our top 3 favorite songs off of that album. So let's do that now before I get into a couple of crazy things.
All
right, go ahead. I gave Leaf Ghost Prequel was the album.
That's right.
And I didn't text Leaf at all about. We didn't text about this at all
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, no, we just give the album and we let them go off and listen to it however they want, whatever they want to do, and then we come back and this is the first time we're talking about it since the last podcast.
Yep. Okay, Ghost Prequel.
Yeah. So Ghost, I had heard a few songs on them, so I kind of knew what they were about a little bit, not a lot.
Right.
So I knew that they had this weird, or not weird, but like it's actually kind of a cool vibe, man. It's got like an 80s vibe to them. Yeah, they got like synthesizers in their stuff, and they do have really good riffs and stuff like that. Or the Tobias guy writes everything, and
He does. He writes everything. And he plays every instrument too, by the way.
right. And so, so I knew a little bit about them. When I started this album, I didn't know what to expect though. I didn't know what really. But
I knew you never listened to this album. You
Yeah.
may have heard one song off of it.
Yeah, I did. This was the song. The song on here, I recognized it immediately. So, and that's the one I heard before you had played before. But anyway, now I will say though, this album, it was hard for me to find 3 songs.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it was bad, or did you like the feel?
I just wasn't feeling it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Now I like what he's doing. I like his concept.
Okay.
Because he's got great melodies. Like I said, the riffs are really badass. All these songs that I picked do have really good riffs. So my number 3 song is, and 2 of these songs are probably gonna be like, yeah, you probably expect them to be.
That's
on there.
okay.
Because I think these were singles, probably because I saw on YouTube that they had videos on them.
Yeah, that's
But
okay.
this number 3 song is Rats.
Okay. That's
Got a really cool riff.
that
cool.
song was number 1 like in rock playlist for like a record, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had never heard it before.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's my number 3 one. So I had to kind of decide what my third one was going to be because I didn't really have 3 that I was crazy about. You know
Great.
what I mean?
That's a great fucking song.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And then so number 2 has a fucking killer riff, dude. And this song's badass. Like it almost was number 1, but it's Faith.
Faith. Yeah.
That riff is insane, dude.
I love that song.
intro.
I knew you were going to like that. I'll be
Yeah, that was
honest.
a great song, dude.
I love that song. They play that song live to this day.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
fucking good, dude.
All the time, I think.
Yeah. And then the number 1 song is the one I've heard and I liked it when you first played it for me actually, and it's the Dance Macabre song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You picked all the hits on that album.
Yeah,
I mean, that's okay.
and they had a couple of instrumentals on there that were pretty cool. I just didn't want to put them up there in the top 3. I mean,
I was wondering if you were going to pick one of those
Yeah.
because Miasma is one, the instrumental,
yeah.
and they play that live.
Oh, okay.
That's usually they play it live so he can get a break because he's the singer.
Yeah.
He doesn't play any instruments during the live. He's the singer.
Right.
So it's kind of like a break for him, and they play that all the time.
Yeah. But yeah, the dude's got a great voice, and like I said, the song structure is really cool, and they got layered synthesizers and along with I always told you, my favorite type of heavy music or rock type music is something that's got a good melody to it. So I like Metallica's a heavier band, but James actually sings and it's got a good melody to it. So that's why I like it so much. So yeah. I mean, I could probably get into Ghost stuff. This album I just really wasn't into that much.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting because it's still my favorite Ghost album, but their latest one, so they released just one more after that one. And then they're releasing all these covers and everything, which is fine.
Yeah.
The latest one's good too. I mean, I like it. I like both, but I still just kind of like this one more. I saw them live on this album's tour that I gave you.
Oh, okay.
And so I was huge. I'm like, oh, this is so good. But then there's a couple of older songs that are just their top songs that they play all the time too. So I was interested to hear your thoughts on that because I'm like, this is my favorite album.
Yeah.
And there's so many good. I got to say, there's a couple of songs that I'm like surprised that you didn't have up there.
Yeah. Like which ones?
See the Light would be one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That one has like a good chorus and melody. I thought Leaf's gonna love that song.
Yeah.
So, but those other ones you picked are the hits off the album, so that makes total sense because you don't listen to that shit all the time.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a reason those are the singles.
Yeah.
And Faith is arguably the best song on that album.
It almost got number one.
Yeah.
And that could move up. Yeah, because that's a great fucking song.
Yeah. They play that live every show, actually. And Rats, too, I think, for sure. Because that, like I said, Rats was number one, the rock song for a record amount of weeks.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
The Ghost is just good, dude. So I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, it was not bad. I will say.
No, this next album I'm going to give you, after we do all this, you're going to be like, oh, God. It's time for me to give you some pain, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so mine, Leaf gave me Parker McCollum, Probably Wrong.
Yeah.
A Texas country album, which I knew was going to happen at some point.
Of course.
So it's fine, like he's a country guy most of the time. He does like rock a little bit. So I knew a country was coming because he knows I don't really listen to country.
Yeah.
So Parker McCollum was one of these guys that Leaf likes. I knew that. Anyways, Probably Wrong, which I think came out like 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I listened to the album, of course, and got through it. And I was like, man, like it's not bad by any means, but there's a lot of songs that I'm like, Jesus, I can't even tell the song changed because it sounds a little bit similar to me.
That makes sense.
And that's one of the things that I've always said about country, Texas country anyways. I'm like, it sounds like the same shit. But there are some songs that stood out to me for sure.
Okay.
Number 3 for me was I Can't Breathe. I thought that was it's like more of a slower song. Mm-hmm. And there were some good lyrics in that song.
Yeah.
And I really did like that song. And so I Can't Breathe was my number 3 on that one. And man, this guy has had some relationship issues for sure. So I know why you like it.
Yeah.
Because some of these songs had some really good lyrics.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a great song as far as that goes.
That's a massive song. Like,
yeah. Oh, is it?
Okay. A ton of chicks love that. Like, I mean, it's a great song for everybody loves that song. This album pretty much like catapulted him up, and that song was a real big one. Yeah.
It's a good song. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
It's good.
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, okay, that's a good song.
Yeah.
Number 2 for me was Learn to Fly.
Okay. Very cool.
I thought there was a really cool little part after the chorus on that song. And it sounded like I remember that lyric of that song being like, basically saying like, "Hey, Mom, I got to learn to fly on my own," kind of sort of feeling.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I really liked that. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool actually, because he's trying to do his own thing and trying to grow up as a man or whatever. I thought that was a good song. The lyrics on that one were really good to me. And then number 1 for me on this album, and I know you're number 1. I think I remember one of these songs because I remember the damn title, and I was like, that's probably Leafs. But my number 1, The Truth.
Oh, okay.
That song for me. The solo on that was awesome.
Wow. Yeah.
And then the piano part on it was awesome too. And I'm like, okay, I really did like that. It took a little bit for that to kick in, but the solo kicked in, and then the piano part after that, I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Nice.
So
I didn't think The Truth would be on there on yours. Yeah.
I did like it.
Yeah.
That's my number 1 actually.
That's a good one.
The song that I was talking about that I think is your number 1 on that album, because I remember the title was Hell of a Year.
Yeah, yeah, that was his. I think that's probably still his biggest song.
And
other than he's had a couple.
You told me that song, and I listened to it on the album. I was like, it's not better than these 3 to me.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad song by any means.
Right.
But there were a couple on there though that I'm just like, okay, like this sounds exactly the same and all that. But these three kind of stood out to me.
There you go. All right. Those are great choices. Yeah.
I Can't Breathe is a good song, bro.
Yeah. That's a big one, dude.
I like it.
Chicks get wet when he sings that one, dude.
I can imagine.
Because I've been to many of his live shows and I've seen it happen.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, this is probably a big song for him.
Yeah.
But again, I never went to the YouTube channel. I never looked at how big these songs were. I just listened to the album.
Yeah.
So, and I don't pull up Park and Recall them every day.
Right. Right.
So, but I think we're gonna give each other another album now.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
Because we took a week off the last time, but we decided we were gonna go ahead and give each other a new album for this week, because we're gonna try to keep this going if it's a big deal or if anybody likes it. It doesn't matter if anybody likes it. We're just gonna do it anyways.
Yeah.
Because we like it.
Yeah, we're having fun with it. I am.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah. All right, man. What do you got for me this week?
All right. So this is a different genre. So I was trying to mix this up a little bit.
Yeah, let me put this on my notes, by the way.
Yeah, this is a band that actually I discovered through a video game that I bought Reese, my 14-year-old.
Okay.
He was like 7 or 8, and he was like really big into skateboarding and stuff. And so I bought him a Tony Hawk game, and this band was on this, and that song was super catchy. So I was like, oh man, I like this. So I started checking them out. So this is their the band's called 4 Year Strong.
4 years?
4 Year Strong.
So FOR?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then year is just YEAR.
Gotcha.
Strong. Yeah.
Okay.
They're pop punk type, kind of like pop rock.
I've never heard of this band.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this
I
band.
played one song for you, their new song that they came out with a few months, like a year ago maybe.
I was
played it
drinking?
for you. Probably, yeah.
So I don't remember.
It was over here after the podcast.
We were drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't remember.
I don't remember at all.
But anyway, yeah. So this album came out in 2015. It's just a great album for me. It's in that pop rock type stuff that I've been into.
Okay.
Not exactly. I wouldn't call it like emo.
Okay.
It's not that. But like I said, pop rock type. So
all right.
they got some pretty heavy like acoustic guitar. There's 2 singers. They kind of switch
Oh,
off.
okay.
So
2 singers.
yeah. So yeah, check that out and let me. Know
What's the album?
It's just they're self-titled 4 years.
Oh,
strong.
self-titled.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
that's
okay.
That's what the album looks like.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha. Got it down, bro.
Yeah,
Listen to that this week, and I got one for you.
Okay.
This week will be fun for Leaf.
All right.
I'm going to go with the band who is going to be touring with Ghost as their opener.
Okay.
And you've heard of this band for sure. I don't think you've ever listened to a full album, though. You might have. We might have made you, but there's no way you remember this. I'm going to go with the band that's going to open up for Ghost in September, which I'm going to go to that show for sure. Amon Amarth is the band.
I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
I've heard of them for sure.
Of course.
And you've played. I don't know if I've heard a full-on song from them, but
you've
played,
never ever listened to this album. This album came out in
no.
2006.
Okay.
This was the album that
This is that
turned me on.
Viking metal thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Viking.
not gonna like this.
Viking, you might be surprised.
Okay.
I think there's some songs on here you might be like, that's not bad.
Okay.
The album came out in 2006. It's called With Odin on Our Side.
Okay. With
Odin, like Thor.
yeah,
Odin on Our Side.
on our side. I got it.
The album came out in 2006. This is the album that got me into Amon Amarth.
Okay.
And
I know they're heavy as fuck, or stuff I have heard. Is
yes.
pretty fucking raunchy.
Yes,
Yeah.
there will be no clean singing on this album for you. Sorry, bro.
And see, I don't mind that stuff. I respect
This is
that.
different though. Like I'm telling you, like some of them are very heavy. It's not like death metal or anything like that. This is more melodic.
Okay.
He does have some parts where
It's
it's
not
like
like that
okay.
Behemoth band or whatever.
No.
That's fucking awful.
No. Because there's guitar parts that are melodic.
Okay, that's
and
good.
there's definitely, think about it this way. What they do is the Viking metal for sure. Every song they tell like a story from the past of the Viking heritage.
Okay.
So it's actually kind of going with that sort of feeling like, okay, like it's pretty cool.
All right.
And also at the same time, if you work out ever or run or do anything like that, you can be like, I'm going to add this to my playlist because I'm going to go kill somebody with
Yeah.
the Viking sword because that's what they do.
I'm going to go into battle right now.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
might like it. I don't know. I'm interested, though. There's some songs on there, where I was like, I could still listen to this album today. And there's some really cool melodic guitar parts that you might like a lot.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I'm into that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I think you will.
All right. We'll see.
Okay. I do have 2 more things before we get out of here
All right.
that I have to talk about. But I need to take a slight pause real quick, okay?
Yeah.
Because life and beers and I'm drinking.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Leaf has been drinking nothing, but I have to go piss real quick. Hang on. We'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, YouTube, and our 2 viewers, which is me and Leaf. Really appreciate you. Thanks for watching, bro.
No problem, dude. I love the podcast.
Thanks. Me too. Wow. Fantastic.
Awesome. So yeah,
there's no rush to fucking start this back up again.
Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers with your water over
Cheers,
there.
bro. Yeah, water.
It's
Gotta
good,
be
though.
responsible.
Water's good for you.
It is.
Okay. 2 things and we're out of here. This is a little bit of a longer episode, which I kind of thought it would be. We had a lot of shit to talk about. Plus we riff and all that bullshit.
Right.
So 2 kind of crazy things to end on this one. One's serious, one's funny. All right. This past week, bro, and I've always been fascinated by this. I believe I brought this up one time before on the podcast, but what episode? Good luck.
Yeah.
Recently, new photos of the Titanic wreck was released.
Oh, I saw like headlines of this stuff.
Did
but
you?
I didn't really look into it. I didn't read it or anything.
I did because I'm so fascinated by this, and I
Yeah.
always have been. These photos were basically digital images made up of over 200 hours of work from the company Magellan, who has been down there photographing all this shit, 700,000 images stitched together that give us a basic 3D reconstruction of the wreck and how it is right now on the ground of the ocean floor. These photos are fucking incredible. This is something this is the clearest that you're ever going to see the Titanic wreck.
Yeah.
These are insane.
I saw something said something about it gives us a little bit more understanding of how it kind of sank and how it actually all the actual damage that happened
Yes.
for it. Yeah.
However, yes, but I'm like, when I saw that, I was just like, wait, it hit an iceberg. We all know that.
Right.
That's how it fucking sank.
Yeah.
I think they're talking about like more of the how it sank and like went down to the floor, basically.
Right.
So the bow of the Titanic has always been very clear. That's still pretty much intact, actually. Like when it hit the fucking ocean floor, it buried though for a while.
Yeah.
It went down. I mean, there's so much weight behind that. It was just like hit the floor and it was like, and just went down. But it's still intact and it's incredible. The stern is absolutely fucking destroyed. It's always been destroyed because what they say is now, when you look at these pictures and you see the stern is just destroyed, which is the back of the ship if you don't know ship terminology. When the stern broke off, the two pieces broke and the bow went down first. The stern basically stood up straight and then slowly filled up with water and sank down, just like the movie James Cameron's Titanic.
You're right.
Although they don't think that, like, basically when it broke, they don't think the stern fell back like a roller coaster. They think that it broke and it kind of just stood there and kind of got drugged down, and then that last final piece broke off.
Yeah.
And then that's when it hung there and then sunk. Now, when the stern went down, the back of the ship went down, they say while it was sinking to the floor of the ocean, it corkscrewed, so it spun a lot. And by the way, these are the bow and the stern are pretty far apart, actually.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. It kind of corkscrewed all the way down, spun all the way down. That's why it got fucking destroyed, basically. Because if you look at these 3D images, it's unreal. The stern is complete. You can't even make shit out, but you can on the bow. And these pictures are incredible. So I urge you out there to go look at these if you're fascinated with history like I am, and just think about this, man. And the other thing is, like, it brings back that element of, like, 1,500 people died on this whole thing.
Yeah,
it's
crazy.
insane. And also, if you've seen pictures of the Titanic on the ocean floor, there's just these pictures of all the debris field of, like, metal and then, like, plates, from the first class, and shoes on the floor, which they say, like, used to be a person in those shoes, but they're gone now. I mean, it's been 100 years.
You're right.
There's nobody, by the way, no survivor of the Titanic is alive anymore.
Right. Yeah. The last one died a while back.
2006 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I mean, Jesus, it sank in 1912.
Yeah.
1912.
Ted Williams.
Yeah. So we've basically got the best images that you're ever going to see of the Titanic on the floor. And a lot of people that are some comments or whatever, like, why don't we pull it up or whatever? And I'm like, no, because it's going to take way too many man hours. And it's basically a grave now.
Yeah.
The family members that are connected to the Titanic, grandkids and all that, it's like their grave.
Right.
And they don't want to mess with it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and you're going to damage it more than anything.
Exactly. You can't bring that shit up. You know how heavy that shit is?
It's so far down there, dude.
But I will say this. These images are coming out. Thank you for technology, because we're only going to have the Titanic wreck for maybe 50 more years. It's dissolved. It's getting ate by bacteria.
Yeah. Right.
It's going to go soon, like badly.
Yeah, there's going to be nothing left down there.
Nothing.
At some point.
And these pictures are incredible. If you haven't looked at them, look at them. They're the clearest you'll ever see the Titanic. So fucking fascinating to me. And it actually made me go back and watch James Cameron's movie, The Titanic.
Nice.
And a couple of documentaries that he put out after, like, 20 years after. And I'm fascinated by this, bro. Oh, God, I can't even imagine being on that boat, bro. Women and children only. I mean, like, fuck. I'm going to die.
Yeah. That's got to be frightening, bro.
There's survivor videos out there on YouTube, like interviews of them, like from the 50s and 60s and 70s leading up till they passed away.
Yeah.
And it's just insane to hear about. And that one lady, she was a kid. She was like, I want to say 11 or 12, and she survived. And she said until the Titanic was found, which was 1985.
Yeah.
That's the first time they found the Titanic.
Like 70 years later.
70 years later. She always would say, like, the ship broke in half. Like when she was growing up, and people were like, no, it didn't.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucking lying. So whenever they found it and found that, yes, it did, she was like, thank you. She's like, I literally saw it when I was in the lifeboat we were away from the thing because we had to row away because of the suction.
Yeah.
She's like, I saw it break in half.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's incredible.
That's crazy.
Imagine seeing it happen and people don't believe you. And you're like, bitch, 70, you had to wait 73 years until you were like proven right.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy, dude.
Some of those stories are awesome, dude. The whole story of Titanic is such a history thing for us in our lifetime. It's insane. Obviously, we're not born in 1912. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The ship is still down there, bro.
Yeah.
And there's so much history behind it. It's incredible, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've always been fascinated by that whole thing. And especially whenever I never had heard about it before until the movie actually came out, I think.
Oh, really?
Unless, maybe in school we were taught something, but I don't really remember that. But I remember going and seeing that movie twice with my high school girlfriend. And, I was just blown away by it. And so I did a bunch of research on it after that, and it was pretty wild, dude. Had to be fucking insane chaos when that shit was going down, dude.
Well, I will say this. James Cameron depiction of the sinking is damn near spot on.
Yeah.
Where at some point when it first happened, and this is from survivor stories as well, they're basically saying there was a first-class passenger that was a survivor that I listened to. And she said she was in her room sleeping when it happened. She felt the rumble or whatever. She came out and was basically like, what the hell? And then the crew was like, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Go back to sleep. She's like, okay. And that happens in his movie. Basically, like, no one cared at first. And the further was like, whatever. Mm. And nobody thought it was a big deal. And the first lifeboats that left were not full because other people were like, I'm not getting on a fucking lifeboat. It's because they all thought, think about this, 1912.
Yeah.
They didn't have nothing. This was billed as the unsinkable ship. Like, nothing can sink this shit.
Yeah.
You can do nothing. And so people were not getting on the lifeboats because they're like, this ain't going nowhere.
Right.
And one of the lifeboats had like 12 people. Those things can hold like 75.
Yeah.
So, yeah. They just didn't think of it. And then when it got serious, thinking like, no, this shit is going down. And it went down in 2 hours and 30 minutes or something like that. But after it hit the iceberg, it was gone.
Yeah.
They just didn't think about it. And then whenever it got to the point where like, oh, shit, this is happening, that's when the chaos happened.
Yeah.
And that's like people, I mean, just think about it, dude. Like, people do anything to survive. So you're going to get people that are just going to fucking do anything.
Just fucking scared for their life and shit, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Survival mode,
Exactly. And it's sad. If you didn't get a lifeboat and you went into the water, you're probably going to die because it was 28 degrees.
Yeah, you were freezing.
Water.
Yeah.
And you just can't survive. 10 minutes is what they said.
Yeah.
In the water, and you're dead.
It's nuts, man.
And also, James Cameron did a reenactment of Rose and Jack on the door, and Jack couldn't fit on the door. They tried it. So just stop that out there. If Jack got on the door with her, they both would have died.
Yeah.
Is what basically the experiment led to.
Right.
And Mythbusters were like, no, let's do this. Let's put her lifeboat under the door so it lifts up a little bit more. Well, they did that, and it didn't work. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. So he was fucked to begin with.
Yeah, and that's not real, by the way. It's a fiction. Like, the Jack and Rose.
There's no Jack and Rose.
There's no Jack and Rose. That was just James Cameron being like, let me put this love story in and make sure that I make $3 billion.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the biggest movie at the time.
I saw it twice in theaters.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. And it came out in 97.
My high school
I was 12.
Saw it 5 times.
Yeah, that's why it made so
I went
funny.
to 2 of them with her, and I was like, I've seen it twice. And so
Yeah.
and then she went with like her girlfriends like 3 other times. I was like, Jesus Christ.
And by the way, the movie's 3 hours long.
Yeah, it's fucking long.
James Cameron is like 3 hours is the minimum that I
He
want.
doesn't make short movies.
Yeah, his last Avatar movie, I've watched it finally. I'm like, Jesus, this is a 3 hour and 15 minute movie. It's so long.
I need to watch that.
It's
actually.
so good, though.
Yeah.
It's so good. But let me tell you, if you're fascinated with this type of stuff that I am, like history stuff, this is incredible, dude.
Yeah.
These images will show you things, and you're like, holy shit, there's the fucking captain's quarters. There's the crew quarters. There's that. In the bow, especially, because we can see stuff. The stern is a fucking giant nightmare.
Yeah.
You see the cranes, though, that lowered the lifeboats. Those are still there.
Wow.
And it's just insane, dude, because this is like, they're obviously on the sides and everything. And I love this shit, dude. And I feel so bad for those people back then, dude. They had no shot at living. And there's only half of the lifeboats, too. Like, that obviously changed a lot of things when that sank. They were like, obviously, we need to put lifeboats for everybody.
Yeah.
But if they had the amount of lifeboats to save everybody on the Titanic, there's no way they could have done it anyways. They didn't have enough time.
Yeah, that thing went down quick.
2 hours and 30 minutes they just didn't have no time.
Yeah.
And James Cameron did the experiment of how long it took them to release a lifeboat with the way they had it. And they did the calculation. They're like, there's no way they would have never had enough time.
Yeah.
For everybody on board. There's 5,000 people on board.
That's insane.
Or no, wait. Was it 5,000? No, 1,500. 2,000, something like that, plus the crew. Anyways, 1,500 people died. 700 something lived. They had no time.
Yeah.
So, one of the worst tragedies that we've ever seen. However, still fucking fascinating to me going down. I want to go down to the Titanic, honestly. If I could, I would.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, this is fucking amazing.
That would be awesome, dude.
It's probably going to cost me a fucking arm and a leg.
Oh, yeah.
But I would do it in a heartbeat, because imagine being in that fucking, that little fucking scuba diver.
Yeah.
And then the lights come on, dude, and you see the bow of the time. I'd just be like, shit.
That would be wild, yeah.
Yeah. Because and there's a human element to it. Of course, you got to be like, first of all, this is amazing because this is the Titanic. Second of all, I think I would feel, it's the same thing that I felt when I went to the 9/11 memorial. Just massive sadness wash over you.
Yeah.
Because there's so many people that died, dude.
Right.
And I researched, I'm like, what about those people that had life belts on that were floating, that froze?
Mm-hmm.
And basically it was like they eventually sank or got washed away by the currents.
Yeah.
So by the time the Carpathia got there, it was kind of already gone,
Yeah.
They recovered a lot of bodies, though.
Yeah.
But not everybody. Pretty much everybody, 1,500 people, pretty much everybody went down to the floor of the ocean with the ship, including the captain and the designer of the ship. And a couple other people, except for one of the other designers, got off on a lifeboat like a bitch.
Yeah.
That's in the movie. That's accurate. I will say James Cameron did an accurate job of the movie, actually.
Yeah, they say that's one of the most accurate things as far as true story type stuff goes, the timeline and everything and how it went down and everything is pretty accurate. So,
yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm just fascinated by that. Go check out the new photos of the Titanic. There were 3D images that were stitched together based upon 700,000 images.
That's a fucking ton of pictures.
They literally were around every inch of the ship. Just
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Check it out.
Yeah,
You'll shit your pants. There's a lot of good YouTube videos out there about the whole thing, dude.
Yeah.
Fascinating. So check it out if you're a nerd like me that loves history. So, all right. So let's end on a crazy story that's funny. Let's get out here on a funny note.
All right.
It's always better. Let me just say, I saw this story float through, and I was like, holy shit. This is insane. And it's right up our alley because we're disgusting. I want to say the title real quick, and this model is insanely hot, of course. An Australian OnlyFans model was left disgusted after discovering that her top subscriber was her very own stepdad, who'd paid $2,000 for custom videos from her.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's gross, bro.
It's not every day that someone's family drama shakes up the entire internet, but here we are. Australian OnlyFans creator Tyler Madison is her name. Tyler says she ruined her mom's marriage after finding out that her top OnlyFans subscriber was her own stepdad. When I first started my website, I had this customer who was my number one customer, she explains. He bought every single thing that I sent him. He was pretty much a follower since the beginning. We would talk every day. He made custom requests for very specific things, and he also had a specific username on the website. 2 months in, this person had spent $2,000 on the site. And I had someone view my TikTok page with the exact same username. And underneath that, it said, from your contacts. So this guy burned himself, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's where he fucked up.
After doing some digging, Tyler narrowed her list of suspects to 6 people and went with her gut feeling. After messaging the account saying she knew who he was, she received a text from her stepdad asking to talk.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't long before shit hit the fan. Tyler says that her stepdad had been in her life since she was 11,
Oh, God.
adding an extra layer of disgusting to the whole thing.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
The model says her mom was quick to kick him to the curb once they found out, but not after he denied everything to everybody, of course.
Right.
That's not all. She revealed specific requests he asked for when he was subscribed to her, which included asking for photos of her intimate clothing, a request that made users gag after she was responsible for. Said she was responsible for washing the family's clothes. So yeah, this guy was her stepdad since she was 11 years old and spent $2,000 on her OnlyFans account for videos, pictures, sexting, all of that, I'm sure.
Oh, man. That is fucked up, dude.
You got a OnlyFans, like you're kicking ass, and this one guy's spending a lot of money on you, and you're like, hell yeah.
It's the guy you grew up with in your
And you
house.
find out that it's your stepdad who's still married to your mom.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, imagine.
Oh, man.
I mean, I'm sure she probably still took that $2,000.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, this is my money now, motherfucker.
Yeah. Wow, man.
Sick bastard, though, huh?
Yeah, that's gross, dude.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine, dude.
I wish it went into detail of like what videos and what pictures.
Yeah, like what was he asking for? Like,
I did not look up this lady on OnlyFans. Actually, I did not. I
Yeah.
might now, just to see what she. I mean, I've got a picture in front of her.
Did
She
it-
is very attractive.
What? How old does it say she was?
I don't know. Actually, it doesn't say. She does look like she's probably in her 20s,
Okay.
and she's very, very attractive. Of course.
Yeah.
This went viral on TikTok, by the way, because she recorded the videos of her talking about like my stepdad and all that. I'm like, good Lord, this is definitely a
I
porn.
imagine that'll come across my feed at some point. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't seen that yet.
She's very hot.
Yeah.
100%. But you got to like look at this is in Australia, which I'm surprised is not in America because we have a problem with that
Yeah.
here with the
Absolutely.
underage shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess she's not underage now. I'm just saying he stepdad since she was 11. So he obviously had a thing for her for a while.
That's gross, man.
I know. It is. It's like, first of all, how did he find out you're doing that?
Yeah.
Did she tell her mom or something? And then like she told me, he's like, oh, I'm going to make a random account. And then I'm going to make a TikTok.
Well,
account with
imagine
the same name.
she's got, like most of them do, like on Instagram, they have the link in their bio or whatever. He probably, if she has an Instagram, I'm sure he probably followed it or whatever.
That's true. That's true.
That's
But
one
sometimes they make a separate Instagram
You're right.
for that.
I would imagine she, like, if she didn't want her family to know, then yeah, she was probably trying to keep it secret.
Word to the wise. If you're on TikTok, somebody could turn their contacts on, and if they have your number, be careful.
Yeah. 'Cause
That's all I'm saying.
I've seen that. It says from your contacts.
I have
and
too.
It lists their names, but I think it lists their names and then their profile. Like it says from your contacts. But if it has a picture, you can tell who it is.
But also, don't use the same username, dumbass.
Yeah. I mean, that was his first mistake, was
Yeah.
following her on TikTok. Like,
Well, then using the same username, because otherwise she would have had no idea.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dumbass.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's disgusting. $2,000 on his own
That's
stepdaughter.
insane, dude.
This is like a porno for sure.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like, watch her be like, let's record one together and make way more money. Something like that. I mean, that was just, wouldn't surprise me. Have these
Yeah.
sick bastards out there?
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
It is. $2,000. Custom videos, by the
On
way.
your stepdaughter's content. That's fuck. You got to be fucked up, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
it ain't like it's not fucking uncommon, I don't think. That's the sad part about it.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like you said, in this country, for sure, it's fucked
Yeah.
up. Because we got a bad problem here. It's worse than anything in this country, if you ask me.
I feel that way about a lot of things. I'm like, Jesus Christ. The fuck's wrong with you motherfuckers out there?
Yeah, I don't get it. It doesn't do anything for me, bro.
I just want to say to our female listeners, if you start an OnlyFans, watch out for your step-parents.
Yeah.
They may be like, hell
Your
yes.
stepdad might be buying your shit from you.
And you don't even know.
You don't even know it.
I'm telling you right now that that's a thing.
Yeah.
You can't tell me otherwise.
No, it's gross, dude.
Yeah. Like if you got married to a chick that has like a 20-year-old
Yeah.
who's already out of the house,
That's different, I would imagine.
is it?
Yeah, because you didn't.
She wasn't 11 when you met
Yeah,
her?
you didn't. Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
see her before she was a preteen and shit. Like,
Yeah. I can see what you're saying there. So
Right.
you don't have a problem with that. You'd be like, oh, that's cool. I'll buy it.
Well, I mean, I probably still wouldn't do that.
I mean, I'm supporting you. That's what you're saying?
no.
That's
I mean,
what
I still wouldn't.
That's what
sign
I'm
up.
hearing.
I still wouldn't. Just because I'm not a piece of shit guy, I wouldn't sign up for her OnlyFans.
What if the mom, this is a scenario.
Okay.
Let's do one of these every week. What if the mom was like, I want her involved tonight?
That's fucking weird. That's her birth daughter, first of all.
I know. I'm just throwing it out there at you.
No,
Okay.
that's fucking weird.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that's fucked up. I don't know if
I think you're fucking lying.
I couldn't
Once
do it.
again, sober leaf. Let's talk to drunk leaf next week. I think you're lying once again.
No, dude, that's weird. What, you would say yes to that or what?
I mean, I don't know. Let's see the situation and where we're going here. Like, if they're not messing around with each other,
Okay.
then they're just focused
Well,
on
if it's
you.
like, okay, yeah, and I guess it depends on how early on in the relationship it is.
Yeah.
Early
And by the
on.
way, the daughter's old, like 20 to 30 years old.
Okay. I mean, if it's like early on and I didn't give a fuck, yeah. But if I had been dating her for like 5 years and she's like, yeah, let's bring him this daughter that you've known for 5 years, but I'd be
Right.
like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That is fucked up.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. It is fucked up.
Yeah.
I don't think I would do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Depends on how many beers I've had. Let's put it that way. There's a reason they call it under the influence.
Yeah, exactly.
You make stupid decisions
That's
and do
very true.
stupid things.
Yeah.
And my God, we can all agree that has happened.
Yeah. We've got life stories on this pod
yeah.
that we've talked about just for that reason.
Oh, yeah.
Those probably wouldn't have happened without alcohol. So,
Like, if it's porn stars, I'm yes.
yeah.
There's no, like, where do I sign?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. So, yes, 100%.
It's like a mother-daughter team porn
Yeah,
star.
100%.
Yeah, you'd be in there for that, yeah.
100%. Like, there's things that I would do that you shouldn't even talk about if I had Rachel Starr. Like, it'd be like one of those things where I came back like Robin Williams from Jumanji. Like, I've seen things and you're only seeing nightmares. That's exactly what I would say to you.
Yeah.
And it would be okay because I'd be like, I just got Rachel Starr.
Yeah. That's a big one.
100%.
Yeah.
One day she'll be on. Believe me.
Yeah, we need to make that happen.
We will. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get out of here, man.
Let's do it.
Great episode. Had a good time, of course. Episode 84. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you watch us live on YouTube, we really do appreciate you. Had a good time. I'm lubed up. I'm ready to go for the rest of the night. It's going to be a fun night. If I text you or message you something, then it's not me. So we'll talk to you next week. But at the same time, make sure you do follow us, please, on social media. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, at Eskimo Brothers Podcast, Twitter, at Eskimo Brothers Pod. Go out there, please, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free to do that. You know what YouTube is, for God's sakes. You know what YouTube is. Go on your account, go to our page, youtube.com/at Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Hit subscribe for free. Turn the notifications on so you know when we go live. You'll get a notification. Boom. Come hang out with us, man, when we're live on YouTube, doing whatever. Podcasting. We'll be bringing back Thursday Night Football on here. We'll be doing a lot of stuff. And then, like I said, it's free to hit subscribe. Please do that for us. We really would appreciate it. And then, Leaf, the audio version. I don't know. I think it's coming. Yeah, it was Tuesday.
All right. Yeah, so the audio normally drops on Tuesday mornings. Pretty much every Tuesday morning, the audio version drops. You can listen to us on pretty much all the audio platforms out there. Big ones that we have that we see is Spotify and Apple. If you go on Spotify, you can rate us 5 stars on there. If you listen on Spotify, please do that for us. And then on Apple, you can rate us 5 stars. And then also underneath where you would rate us there, you can write a little review. So click on that, write a review, write a couple of sentences for us. That helps us out with the algorithm and puts us in front of more listeners. So that does a whole lot of things. And that's why I did the bomb challenge, is because it means so much.
It does.
And I'm not going to do that ever again. So you missed it.
Now
so
we
just
can
do
get
it
him.
for
We
free.
can get him to do another challenge.
Yeah, we can do something, but go do that now just for free, please, and save my health,
you.
please.
Yeah, we would really appreciate it. It helps out the podcast more than you know. So really do appreciate everybody that listens. and downloads our episodes and hangs out and all that. We're definitely trying to push a little bit more here to get going. As we move into summer, we'll be doing some fun stuff, I think.
Yeah, we'll make something happen, man.
Yeah, for sure. So cheers out there, everybody. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week with a brand new episode, as always. So have a good week. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
This has been another episode of the Eskimo Brothers Podcast. Thank you for listening, and be sure to follow or subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast streaming service. And until next time, remember, an Eskimo Brothers bond is worth more than gold.